One achievement has eluded the best football teams in Ireland since the start of the 90s. No county has retained the Sam Maguire Cup since Cork in 1990. In 2006, Tyrone became the latest champions to try for back-to-back titles. Once more, the greatest challenge was expected from Ulster rivals Armagh and league winners Kerry. But aside from the big three, there were also signs of promise in a young Galway team. All-Ireland under-21 champions Mayo, Billy Morgan's redeveloped Cork, and the growing challenge of Dublin, now back on top in Leinster. By the time the championship began, there was alarm in Kerry at the rapidly deteriorating form of the side that had just won the National League. Crucially, key marksman Colm Cooper was experiencing his first significant barren spell and hadn't scored from play against either Waterford or Tipperary. On the other side of the draw, things weren't much better. Cork emerged from a low-scoring semi-final with Limerick, their underdog status unaffected. Before the replay, Cork staged a procedural coup by having Anthony Lynch's suspension struck down. Kerry, however, would have to field without centre fielder Kieran Donaghy, who had also picked up a one-match ban, but one that he would serve. The draw in Killarney showed that the gap between the counties wasn't as great as originally thought, and Cork would now have home advantage.
So the 96th ever meeting between Cork and Kerry gets underway, and Nick Murphy straight away here, trying to set Cork on their way. Nicely in for Donnacha O'Connor. His shot came off the post last week. Cork looked for the best possible start, and that has gone to the left, and it's gone wide. David Murphy from Dingle had been practicing his kick-outs before the match here. That was one area where they felt they might have fallen down last week, Kerry. They've won this first kick-out. Tomas O'Shea letting fly into the corner towards Darren O'Sullivan. Kept it in play, but Michael Prout getting there ahead of him. Dragged down. Free kick awarded. First ever replay, by the way, involving Cork and Kerry in a Munster final was back in 1890. The reason, in the original game, the ball burst after 57 minutes and there was no replacement. Won't happen today. Nicholas Murphy being spoken to, shown the card. So that's a little ticking for the number 8 of Cork. Dara O'Shea. Players falling over, the gooch in a tangle of legs, and the referee sees it as a push. And it gives Kerry a chance to get off the mark very quickly on here. So Brian Sheehan, who missed a couple of late chances in Killarney 7 days ago. 22 championship points to his credit, however. Good tally. That is taken over from Darragh Kinnaird, sitting alongside me, taking this first free and putting it over the bar with a great deal of confidence, and Kerry take the lead.
That will do Brian Sheehan's confidence the world of good. I know the grass is short on the pitch. It's probably not more suited to hurling, but he, as you say, he missed a few the last day. He will be delighted with that one.
Derek Kavanagh, who's gone back into midfield, almost as a third midfielder here. Donnacha O'Connor slipped into his team captain. Kavanagh holding it up. Darragh Kinnaird, or Dara O'Shea rather. Nicely into the corner here to James Masters. Getting it onto his right, not his strongest foot. Again, they work it forward here. Kieran O'Connor. That's a long ball in, dropped dangerously in towards John Hayes. He's got a support player. It's Masters. It must be. It is.
Big score for Cork there. I think the ball was intended initially for James Masters. It went through instead to John Hayes, who offloaded the Masters, and he showed great composure. But honestly, I think that ball was intended initially for James Masters. And we'll see here, good offload by John Hayes. David Murphy will be recognised as one of the best keepers in the country, but he didn't have a chance with that when Masters finished very, very cool under pressure there.
Now this game can take off. Cork leading by a point. Lynch fisting it down. Moynihan waiting for it. Tomas O'Shea spills it. Tangles there with McMahon. Masters. Well, that goal will do his confidence a lot of good, but a really good build-up involving John Hayes as well, who was selfless and clever in the way he distributed the ball that time. Great ball in once again. This is Ger Spillane. Centre half back, going for another. Great great save. Comes back out to Sean O'Brien, who missed the point.
Ger Spillane did an awful lot of attacking the last day, and we find him up in front here. He was unlucky not to get a goal. I think Sean O'Brien took the right option eventually. Here we see Ger Spillane picking the ball. Eamon Fitzmaurice might be surprised to find himself there, but he defended well. Unlucky from Ger Spillane, and I think Sean O'Brien took the right option. The goal probably wasn't on at that stage. Very open game. Both sets of defences, in fairness, up to now have been on top.
Moynihan, such a great footballer, has been over the years. Paul Galvin, again looking for the gap inside. They're isolating the two defences very, very noticeably. Colm Cooper. Can the Gooch find his best form here? Trying to get away from Canty. The Gooch striking, and the Gooch has put it wide for the third time.
Wide for the third time, and that's going to sap his confidence. His body language isn't good there. He did very, very well to get around Graham Canty here, held on to the ball, realised the support wasn't there, had to take the extra solo, did well to make the space for himself, but final shot selection was poor.
Going long again, down as far as Donegal O'Connor. It's one of those days, I think, when the substitutes bench might well be used, because the players are going to expend an awful lot of energy. Lynch, great catch, under no pressure, however. Prout coming forward. Michael Shields. Good run again, nobody closing him immediately, and Kerry alarmingly leaving gaps. John Hayes puts it over the bar.
John Hayes is off the ball running to win that ball in the first place. The score itself was quite good, but his off the ball running was incredible there. He made 4 different runs for the person delivering the ball, and he eventually collected it. You see the amount of time he has as he jinked back and forward, and that was his 4th different run, and a great finish by John Hayes.
Again, it is Owen Brosnan. Always the argument about which is his best position in the team. Inside to Colm Cooper, the danger man. He might have missed 3 earlier on. He goes for another one. And this one he's caught perfectly right on the meat, and that is his 100th point in championship football for Kerry. A noteworthy moment for him. It's his first point in this match, and his first point from play in this year's championship. That's 1-3 to 4 points.
Brendan Guiney's warming up for Kerry on the sideline, whether it's just a routine warm-up or is he going to replace somebody, only time will tell.
Free awarded to Cork. Derry Kavanagh ready to find the very unmarked. Nicholas Murphy. Heat seems to be affecting Kerry more than Cork. Is that because they're a more mature team? Good ball in towards Donegal O'Connor. Couldn't get it on target, but it went off one of the backs, and it's the game's first 45. O'Connor from Ballydesmond. First championship season, he catches it, but yes, it is over the bar. It's inside the left-hand post. It was a close-run thing, but he got it over.
They all count. A very well struck kick by Donegal O'Connor. The Cork fans behind the goal like that, and that will do his confidence the world of good as well. And again, puts the light of day, 3 points between the teams.
Aidan O'Mahony picking up Darren O'Sullivan. Haven't seen an awful lot of him in this first half, but he's such a player of good pace. Now, can he finish this off? Wins a free. That maybe was the sum total of his ambitions there, if he managed to stay on his feet.
I think Michael Prout would be lucky to escape without getting a yellow card here. Twice in that run, he pulled the jersey off Darren O'Sullivan and impeded his run, slowed him down a bit, and it's a deserved free from Darren O'Sullivan's viewpoint, and Michael Prout would certainly land himself in trouble here.
So that's another yellow card. Michael Prout from Shamrocks in Shanbally, not too far from Ringaskiddy. And Brian Sheehan has this opportunity of pointing his second free of the match. It'll be 2 out of 3 if he puts it over the bar. This to put 2 points between the teams, close to half-time, nicely on its way. Curled inside the left-hand post with a lot of confidence and great accuracy. And it's 1-4 for Cork, 5 points for Kerry. So the start of the second half, and Kerry will probably feel they are fortunate enough to be still this close to Cork, just 2 points adrift at this stage. O'Connor with a great perceptive ball here for Kavanagh. Looking at the first score of the second half, Moynihan makes a wonderful block down. Great timing, using all of his experience, looking up with his goalkeeper. Whistle sounds because Moynihan had stepped out over the end line. It's going to be the game's second 45-metre kick. So Donncha O'Connor with 1 point at 45 from the first half to go with the point he got from play. This one is going to the left. 1 out of 2 from the 45s for the man from Ballydesmond.
Yeah, he just pulled it slightly, pulled it a bit to the left of the post. Not too far off.
This time Dara O'Shea gets a hand to it, completes the possession job, laying it off for his brother Tomas. Kicked 2 great points in last year's Munster final in Páirc Uí Chaoimh. Dangerously in to Gooch Cooper. He's looking at the referee, but he spilled it from his grasp, and the ball has gone wide, and the chance has gone a-begging. It was a great chance.
It was a great chance. I think Tomas O'Shea was kicking for a point here. Gooch was looking for the ball earlier on. Tomas didn't mind made up to kick a point, and he just fumbled it, and the ball went out over the line. A good chance for Kerry.
Michael Prout angling this one across there, sweeping across and taking it wonderfully well. Thomas Sullivan inside here towards Galvin, trying to pick out a colleague here. It's Fitzmaurice going short. O'Sullivan back to Colin Cooper, holding it up here, waiting for a support player. It's Dara O'Shea outside of the boot, and he's put it over the bar. A second in this game for Dara O'Shea. Clever play by Kerry. They held possession well. They knew exactly what they had to do. Find a player in space, well positioned. That player happened to be Dara O'Shea. Outside of the boot, let fly right between the posts, and it's 1-4 to 6.
That score is certainly up the ante. Dara's second point, similar to the one of the first half with the outside of the boot. It's up the ante. The crowd are getting more involved now at this stage.
So the first score of the second half has taken 4 minutes to produce. Moynihan and Kavanagh in there contesting. It spills loose to O'Neill. Sean O'Brien racing. They're all trying to get after him. In the end, he's dragged down. Free to Cork, eminently scoreable position. James Masters ready to take it. O'Brien dragged down to the ground that time. Masters right in front of the posts. Should be no difficulty, and isn't for a player of his class. James Masters now with a goal and a point in this match after the foul had been committed there by Aidan O'Mahony. Masters going short, could take a return from Donncha O'Connor, letting fly with the left. It carries the distance and drops down over the bar. And it's 1-6 to 6 points, and James Masters now turning it on in the second half. A second point now in the space of just 9.5 minutes of the second half of the game to add to the goal he got in the first. And Kerry once again with that kick out, giving it away to Cork, playing into their hands. Jack O'Connor won't be pleased with that aspect of the game. Derek Kavanagh, a huge one in again. Falls down this time very kindly for Mark O'Shea. Not the best of passes out, however, by Mark. Seized down very quickly there. And Sean O'Brien is in. The protests are coming from Aidan O'Mahony. The free to Cork, and it'll be just on the 20-metre line. Derek Kerry came out in the second half like they really meant business, but some sloppy play, 2 kick-offs gone out over the sideline. They're given these turnovers and forcing the pressure back on the Kerry defence again, and Masters now has this chance of widening the gap. He's widened it to 4 points. Darren O'Sullivan. Oh, suddenly he's got a gap here. He's got pace, we know about that. Taking on Prout. Can he kick it with accuracy? It comes back to Declan O'Sullivan. Then Gooch. Gooch waiting, holding. Cork get men back. Gooch has to go for it from distance, and it drops off the post and comes down to Michael Prout once again. All this while Darren O'Sullivan is down on the ground, and Kerry are down to 14 players. When have you seen a Kerry team before in the championship, having scored 6 points in 50 minutes, make 3 substitutions all at the same time? They're in serious difficulty.
Desperate times, desperate measures. It calls for a fierce overhaul, and if this works out, it'll be a master stroke by Jack O'Connor.
Again, it's Nicholas Murphy playing it around, using up part of the clock, and also making sure they place a man in the best possible position like Donegal O'Connor that time. Shooting not of the best, however.
It's quite a number of wides now by Donegal O'Connor, but to his eternal credit, he keeps showing for the ball, keeps making himself available, keeps presenting himself, and he just had a pot shot, swung it on his left leg there, and was unlucky not to score.
Tight situation, Cork just content to hold ball, but then spills away and is lost. Mark O'Shea, Seamus Moynihan now. Again, McMahon trying to close him down. Darragh O'Shea next, looking ahead to the forwards, down towards Mike Frank Russell. Can he unsettle Michael Shields? Mike Frank, his Kerry need a score, and Mike Frank produces it.
Excellent score by Mike Frank there. Good ball in by Darragh O'Shea. Mike Frank has been out of the action for a while. He needed that score, and his first touch of the ball, very, very clever. You can see the experience there, leaving the ball run and taking on Shields, and over the bar with his left leg. Mike is equally good with left or right, and that will do his confidence the world of good.
David Niblock looking up, trying to pick out Donegal O'Connor. Again, who got the final touch there? Well, it seemed to have come off Mark O'Shea, I think, but the linesman gives it to Kerry. Tommy Griffin now. Griffin going by McMahon. This is dangerous for Cork. Promising for Kerry. Griffin going in, and they all converge upon him. Good defending, great defending indeed, and Lynch in there to complete the clearance with the help of a few others, and this was a great goal opportunity, but Griffin was doing it all on his own. The charge of the Light Brigade, and somehow he was smothered for space, and the final effort deflected away over the sideline. Once again it is Conor McCarthy, stopped initially but not going to be stopped in his tracks for long. Mossy Lyons tries to get in a challenge. Cork work it and hold it with Derek Kavanagh into space once again. John Hayes back to Kavanagh, using up a little bit of time, not wanting to give the ball away easily. They hold on to it. Hayes looking for support. That's Kevin O'Sullivan, a real hit and hope one. Where will it land? It lands over the bar. It's an amazing kick by the young player from Island Rovers, who made his championship debut a couple of years ago against Kerry. It was a sensational kick, really, from a huge distance out, under pressure from two Kerry players. He drove it high, and it landed over the bar. It's 1-8 to 7.
Big score for Cork, puts him 4 points up.
Darren O'Sullivan, impishly taking it up again. Challenged there by David Niblock. He's lost it. So many young players coming of age in matches this season. Darren O'Sullivan, who came on as a sub in last year's All-Ireland final. That was a disappointing experience. What will this one be? Billy Morgan on the side of the park, urging his players on to give that extra little bit of effort. They're under pressure now. Dangerous moment. O'Sullivan raids, and that one is kicked over the bar. He was going for a goal, you may be absolutely certain.
He appeared to be at that stage. Mike Frank was a mistake initially by Graham Canty, kicked by Moynihan. Canty will be disappointed with this effort, and he felt Mike Frank could have taken his own score, gave it to Sean Sullivan, and just brings it back down to 3 again.
Injured player is Graham Canty, one of the heroes, not just today, but every day that Cork seemed to play in the championship. Here he was, all eyes on the ball, let it drop down, and then in the follow-up, whatever happened, he turned his knee very awkwardly, and that will be a major, major concern now. Quinton Gould now, looking for a support player. That's hit high, and it's over the bar. James Masters.
James Masters is certainly one player that knows where the goalposts are. He had very little room to manoeuvre there once he collected the ball, but he knows this pitch inside out, and once he collected, he knew what he's at. Great burst by Gould, and recycled. You have to credit Cork. They look the hungrier team at this stage.
Ger Spillane into the corner once again too. The hard-working Donegal O'Connor. 2 points in the game for him, just one of them from play. Masters once again to ensure victory, maybe. That could well do so. Cork would look to be on their way to a first Munster win for 4 years, and Masters has now got a goal at 5 points. This was a wonderful score, brilliantly held up by Donnacha O'Connor for Masters. It's 110 to 8 points, and there are 2 minutes left.
An absolute gem by Masters. When your confidence is up, it's up, and his luck was in. Great score.
Back come Kerry once again with Tom O'Sullivan. What will this do for the reigning Munster champions, who will now go to the qualifiers unless they can pull something out of the fire? Darren O'Sullivan's shot has gone between the posts and it's gone over. Derek Kavanagh, it's hard work, but they've been showing us over the last 2 weeks what industrious players they are, what very talented players they are. Kevin O'Sullivan, who landed a monster earlier on. Masters has been superb. That finishes it off. That's some score. That's some tally by Masters. I make it a goal in 6.
Yeah, he's an exceptional player. He leaves so little room. Here he thought about it a second time, but he realised he had a half a yard, and an absolutely fantastic point there by James Masters.
Inside from Spillane to Masters to Fintan Gould, who's come off the bench, has a very good left boot. This one is sweetly struck right between the posts. It rubs it in, I think, from a Kerry point of view, because a man like Gould is able to come off the bench, played in this year's under-21 final, which they lost to Mayo. Fintan Gould was one of the stars, and in the 4th minute of stoppage time, he's put it over the bar, and that's it. Cork are beaten, Kerry. They've beaten them well. No question or doubt about that. Over 2 games, Billy Morgan and his selectors deserve the applause of the fans at Páirc Uí Chaoimh. It was a squad effort. Everybody really was down for the cause out there. Cork will celebrate tonight.
The Northern Province had set the benchmark in football over the past 15 years, winning nearly half of all All-Ireland titles and dividing the spoils amongst 5 different counties, an unprecedented display of strength and depth by one province. In 2006, Ulster was as competitive as ever, shedding All-Ireland champions Tyrone on their first outing against a fired-up Derry. Once again, ultra-consistent Armagh reached the final, bidding for the first 3 in a row in Ulster since the great Down team of the 60s. The venue was again Croke Park, and opponents were Donegal, seeking revenge for a big defeat at the same stage in 2004.
Working ball favours Martin O'Rourke. Needs a little bit of support, but he's fouled in the process of winning possession, so it's a free for Armagh.
Here comes Oisín.
Oisín McConville is joint top scorer with Peter Canavan in the Ulster Championship, in the history of the Ulster Championship, with 10 goals and 188 points. That's 218 points. This will put him number 1 in the history of the Ulster Football Championship. This one lobs up towards Ronan Clark. Ronan Clark wants it back very quickly. Comes down for his Malachy Mackin. Clark is on the ground. Here's Stevie McDonald trying to drop it in. Half blocked. Comes back for his Ronan Clark. Onto the right boot. Unattached at the moment. And that's over the bar. Full forward line. Still has that potential. Conal Dunn is moving out around the midfield areas. Come back in again. This is left corner back Neil McGee, another one of the Guidor contingent, to midfielder Brendan Boyle. Laying it out for his 18. Sweeney, nice little dummy. Made room, made space, made a score. Second point for Adrian Sweeney. Trying to knock it down for his Christy Toy. The pick up didn't come up, and there was a follow through. And Kieran McKeever saying that it was an accident, but I'm not too sure. The linesman in turn has McKeever here. See, the pickup didn't work. Thinking that looks more than a shoulder, I'm afraid, for Kieran McKeever. And so, I think a yellow card on its way.
So unnecessary. He has the free. I mean, this Matthews of coming into Gaelic, which is absolutely bananas. He's lost the free, I expect now, and he's got a yellow card for his trouble.
Looking at options, and again goes for that long ball up towards Oisin McConville. Ball hops down for his Ronan Clark. Paddy Campbell with him. Clark taking it on the side, and that is a superb score. It's his second point. And considering what Paddy Campbell has done so far, he kept Vinnie Coulter to a point, Paddy Bradley of Derry to 2 points. Ronan Clark, after 18.5 minutes, has scored twice. Christy Toy battling with Kieran McKeever. Conal Dunn. Kieran Bonner coming from left half back. It's Barry Dunyan trying to get inside into McNulty. Goes to ground, gives it back outside. Here comes Kieran Bonner. Barry Dunyan stayed where he was. It's kind of a difficult angle, but it's not difficult for Barry Dunyan. He was easily one of the best players in the Division 2 final against Louth. Draw and replay. Eamon McGee got himself into a little bit of bother here, thanks to sustained pressure from Armagh. Martin O'Rourke. There's Ronan Clark trying to slip one through for Stevie McDonald. The overlap provided by John McEntee, trying to shove off the attentions of Barry Monaghan. McEntee turns onto his favourite left foot and kicks it over the bar. First point in this Ulster final for McEntee. Breaking ball. Stephen McDonald was lurking, waiting for the ball to hop kindly for him. Fed it out for Oisin McConville. Needs a bit of support. Nobody immediately available. Martin O'Rourke is there. Stephen McDonald arrives now. Back outside is McEntee. Goes for the crossfield ball instead, and it's a good one. There's Paul McGrain. Neil Gallagher and Brendan Boyd. McGrain gets away. Oh, what a shot! And what a goal! It looked so simple, but the Ballyhagan man put his head down, got inside the challenge of Neil Gallagher and Brendan Boyle, and cracked a beauty past Paul Hearty. Just watch this. Brilliant goal. Brilliant goal. Paul Durkin, Donegal goalkeeper, had no chance. More or less come back to a three-man full forward line at the moment. Here's one of them, Oisin McConville. Clark is available. Uses John McEntee. Drops this one in towards Stevie McDonald. McDonald has it, turns and floats this over the bar. It's his first score in this Ulster final. Stevie McDonald. John McEntee was gone to his left. This is Aaron Kernan gone for the return. In far as Ronan Clark. Kernan once more in the overlap. Inside unmarked is Malachi Mackin. Still Kernan trying to get a little bit of space. He finds Mackin. It's a foul throw and it's a free out for Donegal.
We would have to see that one again, Martin, because I don't think there was a whole lot wrong with that one. Stephen Kernan, his hand was being pulled as he was trying to pass it off. You might see it better here. Clark in the build-up. This is all very good. Setting dummies inside and out. He's going to pass it inside. Yeah, his hand. Oh, maybe he did throw it in the end.
This is Colin Kelly. Didn't play in the league. Came in after the league final. And that's the reason why.
That's a good start.
Wonderful score by Colin Kelly. Lacey. Superb defending. If the Donegal man can get there, but it's a free in for the sliding challenge. As we look at the replay, that ball just coming back off the post. Aaron Kernan hits this one nicely. Paul Durkin comes, oh! It's gone all the way!
No,
the referee has blown his whistle. Just watch this again as the ball came in from Aaron Kernan, Kevin. Was the goalkeeper impeded? I don't think so, was he? Maybe it was probably a square ball.
Well, that square ball he has given it for.
There's nobody marking him. Nobody marking John McEntee. Coming across is Brendan Boyle. They go for the long ball again. Over towards Ronan Clark. Paddy Campbell with him. Clark again gets inside Campbell. Problems here for Donegal. And Clark gets his third point of the game.
Clark absolutely burning up Campbell now. You know, Campbell really has to be moved off him now. He's doing too much damage, Marty.
Damien Dibber likes to run at opposing defences. Distribution is terrible. Easy ball for Paul Duffy. Paddy McKeever lays it off for Andy Mallon. Flicked on by McDonald. Backfires Mallon. Chance here to wrap it up, and that's over the bar.
It's a good score. Brilliant.
Damien Diver. Better quality ball. There's McDermott. Nicely picked up. Gets by. A couple of Armagh defenders. One of them fancy Bellew. Gone inside is Eamon McGee. He's a wing back. It's the only way for Donegal is to run at Armagh. Rory Kavanagh. They have to try and retain possession and run at Armagh. There's an opportunity here. There's a chance, perhaps. Oh, Hirty saves. And McDermott's shot brilliantly saved by Paul Hirty. McDonald backfires Paul McGrain. He will be the hero, having scored the goal. The referee blows the full-time whistle. And for the first time since Down in 1959, 1960 and 61, Armagh have won 3 Ulster Championships in a row, 4 in 5 years, or their 6th in 8.
The province had been dominated by Galway and Mayo for over 10 years, and 2006 would be no different. Between them, the counties had won the last 2 under-21 All-Irelands, but Galway had taken a grip on their neighbours in recent matches, including a turbulent league semi-final earlier in the spring. For Mayo's new management team of Mickey Moran and John Morrison, a further defeat by their closest rivals would be fatal, a lot on the line in Castlebar.
Mayo trying to go forward at every opportunity. Right corner back is Dermot Geraghty. Has the speed, has the legs. Michael Meehan stays with him. Gives it back, fires Alan Dillon. This is McDonald again, orchestrating affairs around the middle of the park. Fires Peadar Gardner, 2 Crossmolina boys that won All-Irelands back in 2001. Fires Alan Dillon from Ballintubber. Looking around. Conor Mortimer is the only one forward. He's looking for the ball to be put into space, but it's not being delivered. Here comes Dillon. Now it arrives, but it's a bit slow. Conor Mortimer being chased by Finian Hanley. Backfires the corner forward Andy Moran, lobbing this one in and lobbing it to the left and wide. 4 wides for Mayo. Declan Meehan, Michael Donnelly, 2 of the stars that have done it in the past for the Tribesmen, taking on number 9, that's Pat Hart. Declan Meehan once more, gives it back to his captain. Trying to seep one through, and here comes Michael Meehan latching onto it. Ronan Garrity trying to block his way towards goal. Meehan has to go back outside. Readily available is the number 12, that's Joe Bergen, and there's a point. The difference between the teams, it's the very first time that Galway have gone past the Mayo half backline, in fact gone into the Mayo full backline, and they score. Waiting for it is right corner back Alan Burke from Corofin. Great run in the under-21 final that led to one of the goals last season. Crossfield ball, nice one. As Galway retain possession. Comes to Pádraig Joyce, pumping one in towards the goalkeeper. It's hopping and it's gone over the bar.
Yeah, that's very frustrating from a Mayo point of view, most encouraging from a Galway point of view.
There's Ger Brady. Andy Moran was doing a World Cup dive there, didn't quite come off. Brian O'Donoghue is off his line. Conor Mortimer, the ball is on the goal line and it doesn't cross it. Absolutely amazing. Here's the ball being dropped in. Now just keep an eye on the goalkeeper here. Dropped it, Mortimer got a touch, and right, hop, 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 across the goal line. Incredible. Good work here by Ronan McGarity, being chased by Coleman. Good work by Garrity. There's a chance here. And that is gone out. Let's see what the umpire says. It is a 45. The kick by McDonald is swinging to the right and over the bar. Long time coming. James Nallen has gone back to Mark Joe Bergen, who's taken up full forward position. Peadar Gardner, Matthew Clancy brings him to ground. And I'm pretty sure that Matthew Clancy is being a little bit frustrated here, and at the very minimum he's going to get his little tick, which he does. James Nallen sends it up towards Mortimer. Goes for the score, and this is better. Conor Mortimer gets the score of the first half, that's for sure. No more hanging about, no more passing, has a lash, and up goes the white flag. Down for Michael Meehan. Wanted a quick ball inside, was Cathal Bad. Managed to gather it neatly, back fires Meehan once more. And Meehan's effort is going straight over the crossbar. Well, we credited Conor Mortimer with a fine point, the score of the first half. I think you could put Michael Meehan's second point of the afternoon alongside it. When you consider what's been on evidence here, you'd have to say that Mayo should be ahead. They could well find themselves behind as Sean Armstrong puts this over the bar. Seemed to pull a hamstring as he was doing it, and Armstrong has signalled immediately to Peter Ford that he's in trouble. And while he has put Galway in front by 5 points to 4, certainly judging by his immediate reaction, it could well be that Sean Armstrong will participate no further in this Connacht final. Coming on will be Damien Dunleavy from the Kilkerran-Clonberne club. Long ball was delivered for Ger Brady. Kieran MacDonald puts a lovely ball into the path of Kevin O'Neill. That's a great ball for Conor Mortimer. This is 1 against 1. He hits it, and it's yes, it's over the bar. It was so high. The umpires checked in the proper position, and that is by far and away the best move, the best movement that we've seen in this Connacht final. Some lovely diagonal balls, level for the 4th time after just about 40 minutes of play.
And the quality of the crossfield ball took out the defender, and Mortimer did the rest.
As that ball is dropped down towards Pádraig Joyce. Picked up instead by Dunleavy. This is from Matthew Clancy, and the ball hops kindly for Clancy, flicks it in, and it's a goal for Galway. You cannot beat class, and with Galway they just have that extra touch, and I mean a touch here. They know where the goalposts are, simplicity in motion. Matthew Clancy beating John Healy, and it's a question of mental strength now, and have they got it? Because they're able to win possession around the centre of the field. It's what they do with it from here on is the problem. This is left corner back Keith Higgins, laying it off for Ger Brady, who's had no chance really to run at this Galway defence. Perhaps this is the moment. Here's Brady going straight through, takes a shot, and that is over the bar. A little bit better in this second half of the Connacht final. Well gathered by Barry Culnane. Given a fair hit, the ball is bobbling all over the place, picked up by Ronan Garrity. Alan Dillon, there's Pat Hart, Kieran MacDonald. Always seems to be able to find space. Nice low ball for Conor Mortimer. Billy Joe Pat. Peadar Gardner is over there as well. That's to Pat Hart. Here's Billy Joe going through. Saws a little bit of space, uses the fist and sends it over the bar. Slowly but surely, Mayo are finding their rhythm, and perhaps that mental strength that we both mentioned a short time ago. Dermot Blake. Ger Brady. Good work by the centre-half back. Down for Michael Meehan. Lays it off for Cormac Bad. Good play by the centre-half forward, and it's floating, and it's going over the bar. That's a very good score by Cormac Bad. Breaking ball, flicked on by Matthew Clancy. As Galway go back into the attack. Pádraig Joyce having received the pass from Paul Clancy. Paul Clancy with the outside of his left boot. Hits off the post. Declan Meehan is underneath it. There's only one Mayo defender, and that's James Nallen. And he did very well. Kieran MacDonald lays it off. First Pat Hart. Mayo go in search of an equaliser. Hart has Peadar Gardner to his right. It's a good diagonal ball over fires Alan Dillon, willing to take on Kieran Fitzgerald. Dillon jinking, giving it back outside. Fires Kevin O'Neill. The left boot is there for O'Neill. The crowd respond, and it's over the bar. Great point by Kevin O'Neill. Trevor Mortimer gets by the challenge of Pádraig Joyce, while David Heaney had fallen to the ground. Not a bad ball, up fires Billy Joe Padden. Finian Hanley has to try and make it. It's a right-hole tussle. The referee says, eventually he says it's a free in for Mayo. And I thought, I must say, it was 50-50, and it was a very late call by Paddy Russell. This was a tussle between Finian Hanley and Billy Joe. It was one of them, two of them. They were both pulling and dragging, and eventually, for some reason, around now, I think, the referee gave a free to Mayo. Everybody watching Conor Mortimer. It's a pressure kick. You'll know by the reaction of the crowd here in McHale Park. All 34,613 people. It's over! Conor Mortimer sends it over the bar, and it could well be the last kick of the game. Is there time for Galway to equalise? Declan Meehan lays it forward, fires Michael Comer. Galway have to produce an equaliser now. Declan Meehan, retention of possession is vital. 4 Galway players over this side. It's a long ball over fires Michael Donlan. It's a battle between himself and Heaney, and Donlan wins the possession. The referee gives a free in, and we have a chance for Galway to level matters. Michael Donlan, with the mantle of responsibility as captain of Galway, going to take the free. Is this going to a replay? Will it go back to Pearse Stadium, or will Mayo, at the end of this, be celebrating? He's dropping it in, and it's white. And the referee blows the full-time whistle. Mayo are Connacht champions for 2006. They'll talk about this for a while. Full-time score is Mayo 12 points, Galway 1-8.
Of all counties, Dublin were most strongly fancied to bridge the gap to football's ruling elite. They had shown in their drawn encounter with eventual champions Tyrone in 2005 that they had potential. This would be the year to take their challenge a step further. Surprise opponents in the provincial final were Offaly, whose two-man full-forward line of Thomas Dean and Niall McNamee had been in dazzling form. Dublin remained strong favourites to become the first county in over 10 years to retain the Leinster title.
Now here's the star, Niall McNamee, into Hill 16. What a fabulous start, 20 seconds on the watch. He has been their scoring sensation. He is ice cool. And what an opening for Offaly and their young corner forward. Here's Barry Cahill, who will drift out with Pascal Keelan. He'll be comfortable with that. And look at him attacking now. The Dublin fullback into Jason Sherlock. Now it's Paul Casey. Casey rides the challenge. Cahill there. Keeney! Mossy Quinn, it's come off the upright.
Tomas Quinn was celebrating it, his hands up on the far side, and maybe if he had followed it in, he'd got a handy one. But there's a brilliant exchange of passing. Well hit, very, very unlucky. And just out of picture, Tomas Quinn was waiting for the rebound. He was sure it was actually in the back of the net.
But Offaly are holding Dublin scoreless at the moment. Here's Alan McNamee now. McNamee hangs it up there, it's gone over.
Well, he just waited for the pop off and came back in, and he drilled that. I mean, that's as good as the younger brother any day of the week. This is superb for a midfielder. Lovely solo with the left, balances himself.
And that was Declan Lally who was fouled by Pascal Keelan. Alan Brogan takes the free. Conal Keeney looking for options to his left. He's gone forward to Jason Sherlock. Possibilities for the Dubs here. Brogan just slipping a bit, had to correct his footing. That's really well done from Alan Brogan. He seemed to just lose his footing momentarily, but steadied pretty quickly. And that's a fine score. First from play, back to within one.
Yeah, I think it's these new boots that he has, these lovely white boots. Loses it here, but look how quickly Alan changes, steadies himself and swings over. It's a superb point, a really, really good score.
That's Alan Brogan. Foul. Wants to take it immediately. Referee, a black card for Alan McNamee. Normally such a good distributor of the ball, Brian Cullen. They may have lost some of his ball-winning abilities in the forwards, but generally acknowledged to be a good move to have him back there. Here's Mossy Quinn on the left boot. That's really, really good from Quinn. missed a straightforward free, and Dublin draw level. 3 points in a row in a 5-minute spell.
They're certainly beginning to play now. They're coming off their men very easy, and they're getting a lot of room.
Look at Kieran Whelan, Alan McNamee's man, and Whelan powers forward. He should at least get a free. He's got the free. And it's a yellow for Alan McNamee. Was ticked earlier on by the referee. Dublin looking for their 4th point in a row to go in front for the first time. And Mossy Quinn is happier with that one. So are the fans on the canal end. You saw the reaction. He knew it was over from the moment it left his boot. Surprising slip from Ray Cosgrove. He may not be all that happy with his footwear either. We've seen it a few times in the game. Shane Sullivan playing too much football in a dangerous area. Kelly had to get out there quickly against Mossy Quinn, who has this knack of popping up in goal-scoring positions for Dublin.
Corey Kelly, oh, he did fantastic here, Dara, because that really was a serious good chance.
Whelan and McManus competing for that. McManus is in the better position. That's a jersey pull, a clear short pull. We can see it from a long way away. And here they come again. Niall McNamee. He's given Griffin a very difficult time. McNamee. He can take a challenge as well, can't he? Dean on the left boot. He's happier on that side. And the white flag is raised, and Offaly go back in front again. 29th minute of this Leinster final.
But the passing into McNamee, I mean, he must be thrilled with it. It's coming into him on his lap the whole time.
Not going according to plan for Paul Caffrey so far. Offaly are going to bring Cathal Daly in, the all-star from 1997. He's been troubled by injury. He's not a bad man to be able to bring in if you want to shore up the defence. Dublin still finding space, but fluffing their lines. Will they now? Keeney could go into Jason Sherlock. There was a certain goal on surely if he'd let it off to Jason Sherlock. Could have gone left to Quinn either, but Keeney took the point. Level for a 3rd time.
Well, Offaly can't get their defence sorted out quick enough. It is so loose. This is a perfect goal chance. He can dish it off either side.
Here's Mossy Quinn. The Leinster champions a point behind. It's been a very exciting first half of Mossy Quinn. He's nailed that one. Shane Sullivan signalling that it was wide, but the umpire has the white flag in the air. That is all that matters. Level for a 4th time, 3rd point for Mossy Quinn. 2 from play. Not long to go in the first half here in Croke Park. Coughlin, top of the boot. Here's Thomas Deehan. Got it back off David Henry. Deehan switches it across. Cathal Daly has come forward. Cluxton out of his goal.
Oh,
Cluxton has fouled Cathal Daly.
That's a professional foul. Anyway, you look at it, Daly was clean through Dara if he catches it. Interesting what the ref will do here.
It most certainly is. What comes into your mind straight away is Cluxton against Armagh, that qualifier a few years ago. Remember here at Croke Park down at that end. What is the referee going to do?
Oh, he knew exactly what he was doing, the goalkeeper Stephen Cluxton, because Daly is in on goal. Oh, he's lucky.
He certainly is fortunate. Now we're underway. No further alterations to either team. And Offaly have a free, which Alan McNamee will take. Remember, one of those on a yellow card. And here's Niall McNamee's brother. Oh, what a fantastic opening. That's after 20 seconds of the second half. He got a point after about 19 seconds of the first half, and this really was excellent. And what a start for Offaly, just the perfect opening. Paul Casey. Alan Brogan is out in front of Nigel Grennan. Brogan looks very threatening. Lovely vision to pick out the half-back, and Mossy Quinn again. Quinn is on fire.
Lovely pass by Brogan, and a lovely exchange. And again, he really nails that one.
Shane Ryan covered a lot of ground to get there ahead of Neville Coughlin, and now the space between the Offaly half-back and full-back line. It's filled by Alan Brogan. Brogan drills it right through. The umpires like it. The white flag goes up, and Dublin are in the groove now and starting to pull away.
Yes, I think what you're beginning to see now is Dublin saying to the country that they really are contenders.
And Brian Cullen again pours forward, supported by Coleman Goggins. Conal Keaney, Goggins goes to ground, the referee lets play develop. Alan Brogan with Nigel Grennan. Brogan is seeing more and more of the ball. Goggins is still down injured for Dublin. Brogan comes round the corner. They are on their way, Dublin, midway through the second half.
And I'll tell you, Alan McNamee is going to be in big trouble too. He was the guy that took out the Dublin player. I think it was Coleman Goggins that was on the overlap, and I'm pretty sure Marty Duffy has his number.
He has the notebook in his hand as you look at Alan Brogan. Oh, it's going to be another yellow. He's going to walk. He's gone. It's a red for Alan McNamee after 2 yellows. Scott Brady has been sent off in the last 2 games for Offaly. And McNamee goes, and it's going from bad to worse to Offaly. Again, they persist with the 2-man full forward line. There's 4 Dublin defenders back there. But somehow McNamee has it. McNamee has to go for goal, and will he go for the point? Here's Thomas Deehan. McNamee again! It's a point. Niall McNamee brings them back to within 3. They've done well to get this close. A very fine point from Niall McNamee. Goal on his mind. Brian Cullen into the gap, and filling that gap, Conal Keaney. Great movement from Alan Brogan. And Brogan's nailed that.
Let's go.
Will that break the Offaly resistance? But Dublin have men over here. The free man, Alan Brogan, now being tracked by Nigel Grennan. This will test Offaly's finish and their fitness right to the end. Conal Keaney. 5 points. The fist goes up in the air from Keaney. They're edging closer to another Leinster title.
Yeah, I think that's the swing of a left foot of a winning player. Certainly looks like to me now that they've this Leinster looked after for 2006.
Kieran Whelan. Dublin looking to pull clear. Grennan taken out of the game. Brogan can go right. He goes to Jason Sherlock. That's it.
He deserves this. He really, really does. He's worked so hard. He's milking it though. He's right up to the hill. Ah, well, great goal. Great goal. Brogan did fantastic. Magnificent pass inside. I think from Whelan, was it? Absolutely terrific pass. What a goal.
8 points. They've wrapped it up pretty quickly. The goal, the insurance score for Dublin now, and they're threatening to run riot just as they did against Laois. Jason Sherlock kicking the point, pulling away in some style.
This is what was very impressive about them the last day as well. When they got a run on you, they hammered it home.
The pitch invasion has started already, but the match is still continuing. This could be a farcical end to the Leinster final, and the referee's decided to blow it up. It's all over. The Dublin fans invade the pitch. For the first time in 11 years, a side has managed to retain the Leinster title. But there is the full-time score. Dublin, Leinster champions again. 115 to Offaly's 9 points. Well, what about this? Brian Cullen and Collie Moran raise the Delaney Cup, presented to them by Liam O'Neill, the chairman of the Leinster Council. Dublin are Leinster champions again.
Kerry players were booed off in the provincial replay defeat by Cork, and manager Jack O'Connor had taken drastic action, dropping his captain Declan O'Sullivan and moving rookie centre fielder Kieran Donaghy to full forward.
It's Calvin hanging it up there for Kieran Donaghy. Who else? And Donaghy gets away from Masterson, but he's lost control of the ball. Penalty though. He was tugged by Masterson, and the referee had no doubt.
He had no doubt and no option and no choice.
Damien Sheridan, if you get a shot at him, he's very, very relaxed at the moment. Well, he's now moved into the centre of the goal. He was leaning on one of the uprights. He's telling Russell where to put it. Will he take the advice? It's saved by Sheridan.
The switch paid off against Longford, but Armagh would be a different story. Kerry hadn't beaten an Ulster team in Championship since the year 2000, and in the meantime had suffered several high-profile defeats at the hands of northern teams. The formidable Francie Bellew would surely give Donaghy a tutorial in playing on the edge of the square. With Kerry in apparent turmoil, Armagh were strongly fancied. but the momentum for whoever won would be serious, a match that could decide an All-Ireland.
Aaron Kernan ready to strike. Kieran McGeeney stepping away from trouble. Lofting it down once again towards Stevie McDonald, who got isolated. Got a good first run on it and puts it over the bar. Ominous for Kerry.
Well, I'm not saying it's robotic or anything, but the quality of that ball again from McGeeney, absolutely on the button in really as regard accuracy, and again a very confident strike from Stevie McDonald.
This time it's Darragh O'Shea who wins the kick out, pursued there by Paul McGrain. 30 metres out. Up there is Moynihan, played inside, spilled by Brosnan. He's got it! Owen Brosnan, who got 3 goals last week, has got another here. He is Kerry's leading goal scorer, and that is his 12th ever in Championship football. In the 3rd minute, a wonderful passing movement. Moynihan was up there, ran away from Owen Brosnan, but he still had enough to toe poke it in past Paul Hirty. Worked towards Tommy Griffin. Nobody to close him immediately. Good support play. Tom O'Sullivan, huge one down, spilled there by the Gooch as far as Kieran McGeeney, back time and again in and around his own back line, scrapping as he used to do when he wore the number 6 shirt, of course. O'Rourke on here for John McEntee. Dropped the first one short. This next one is measured brilliantly and it's over the bar. 1 point the difference, and McEntee gets his first. Lovely follow through with the left boot right over the crossbar. Held in there by Mike Frank Russell. Back to Sean O'Sullivan, a point scorer already. Francie Bellew anticipating here, winning the duels now against Kieran Donaghy. Just listen to the crowd, fully appreciating what Bellew's able to do, and Donaghy gets a black ticking for that, or a black card. John McEntee challenged there by the other number 11, the goal scorer Owen Brosnan, and the referee says he fouled.
And that's a lot of good work by Francie Bellew, undone actually by John McEntee, being somewhat indecisive in what he was doing there.
That's a great catch. It's Kieran Donaghy, game and willing 23-year-old, 6'4" tall, plays for the Tralee Tigers, and he's won himself a free kick 20 metres out, and Francie Bellew gets a ticking for that foul. What a contest they're having.
Yeah, really tasty one, Sharon. Again, double teamed by both McGeeney and Bellew that time, but strong enough to hold on to possession, and now gives Colin Cooper a great opportunity.
And a great opportunity to open the scoring for himself and work on his confidence. That'll do him a lot of good. Straight over the bar. Fans are happy. Paul Hirty, omitted from the first 2 matches of the championship against Monaghan. Darragh O'Shea contesting with John McEntee. Touchdown, McEntee has it. Free kick awarded. Again, waiting for the movement ahead of him. Movement coming from Ronan Clarke. Did he get a little push? He did. Mike McCarthy. So it gives Armagh a chance, with Aaron Kernan coming up to kick and to put it over the bar. Nice score. Teams level once again. Enda McNulty down as far as Paul McGrain. Nothing that Tommy Griffin could do about that to challenge effectively. It runs all the way through, dangerously in. Touchdown! And that is put over the bar by McDonald after it had been played to him by Ronan Clarke. It's his second, but there was a goal there for the taking that he knew all about. Maybe it came awkwardly at him. Just watch the little knockback here by Ronan Clarke. Here's Aidan O'Mahony. Again, going long, testing Francie Bellew, hoping that it can break there from Donaghy. This time it does towards Mike Frank Russell, comes back to Paul Galvin, and that is on its way. His first. Donaghy was involved, right in the mix that time, Little bit of work for Mike Frank to do, getting it back to Paul Galvin onto the left boot. Very good piece of shooting.
Yeah, sweet point indeed that time from Paul Galvin, but as you said there, Gerard, Kieran Donaghy central to it.
Into open space towards Martin O'Rourke, winning the duel there against Aidan O'Mahony. Quick look around, support from Kieran McKeever, prepared to break time and again from centre half back. Going long, big one towards Clark, a little touch for McDonald, goal! 23 minutes are gone. Stevie McDonald gets his first goal of the afternoon. His 17th ever for Joe Kernan's team. Wonderful long ball in here. Causes problems. It's caused problems time and again. Clark combining with McDonald. McDonald finishing brilliantly. Here's McGeady. Dropped in towards Clark again. Good play that time by McCarthy, but you can only keep them at base so long, and McDonald there to pick up the pieces, and that's a point for McDonald, and he's now got a goal and 3 points. Tom O'Sullivan out as far as Sean O'Sullivan. Going long to the two-man inside forward, and Donaghy touching it. Gooch has a chance. Oh, great save by Hearty. The follow-up. Oh, it's put over the bar by Mike Frank. Wonderful save by Paul Hearty. Two wonderful pieces of goalkeeping.
Well, the first save was a wonderful save, but the second one was truly inspirational again in deflecting it over the bar. But again, it must be said, all of that came about with a great ball from O'Sullivan into Donaghy, who at times when he gets the better value is causing trouble in there.
No changes that I can see in either team. Second half is underway. So let's see what develops. Darragh O'Shea now taking on Paul McGrain. Brosnan. Nicely back to Sean O'Sullivan, looking for the perfect start. He's got the perfect start. That's a second for Sean O'Sullivan. Tomas O'Shea trying to find his best form. There's a holding violation inside, and Kieran Donaghy was being fouled there.
Again, he made that call from a far distance from the two players involved, but it seems that Francis certainly was holding Kieran Donaghy in that case. It's
got to be Mike Frank Russell to tap it over the bar. Second point. First just before half-time from 4 shots. Mike Frank has made it 1-7 to 1-7. Moynihan. Loose ball mopped up here by Enda McNulty. As far as Kieran McKeever, challenged there by Paul Galvin. Put him off his stride, good hustling that time. From Galvin to O'Sullivan. He's got one in this half, looking for a third in all, dropped in dangerously. Donaghy, as he did in Killarney, out jumping Bellew. Donaghy, back of the net. In that 39th minute. Having set up goal after goal in Killarney, he has fired Kerry in front here. Kieran Donaghy with his first ever goal in the championship. An enterprising ball knocked in there by O'Sullivan, fetched brilliantly by Kieran Donaghy. He rounded Francie Bellew and he banged it into the back of the net. 2-7 to 1-7. Sean O'Sullivan holding on to it with Gooch. Back towards Mark O'Shea. Easy controlled action by Mark O'Shea, moving up effortlessly from right corner back. And he's had 2 shots, Mark O'Shea. This his first point today. Former Taoiseach Albert Reynolds having a look on. I'm sure he's enjoying it. It's a wonderful contest. Darragh O'Shea. Hand passed into the clear, and again it's another O'Shea, this time Tomas. Well, what Mark could do from about the same angle, this time there's a little block on it, but the O'Sheas are in great form. What number 2 can do, number 5 can do just as well. Tomas O'Shea coming onto it, and Kerry lead by 4. Galvin into the heart of the Armagh defence, surrounded. It spills out again here towards Kieran Donaghy. The giant is in pursuit there by Andy Mallon. Mike Frank Russell trying to keep it alive. Colin Cooper the Gooch picking out Tomas O'Shea. One already. He's got a support player. This is his brother Mark. Steals a little dummy here. Good little deception, and he's put it over the bar. A second for Mark O'Shea, and it's all going brilliantly for the Kingdom. Watch for the overlap of Mark O'Shea on the left boot this time. 2-10 for Kerry, 1-8 for Armagh. This has come out here as far as Brian Mallon. Very good scoring record, Brian Mallon. Aaron Kernan. Serious questions now being asked of Armagh. Slipped inside to Aaron Kernan from Ronan Clark, who wants it back. Rounding Moynihan. Kicking from the angle. Over the bar. Great point by Ronan Clark. It was Clark from an acute enough angle who measured it superbly. 2-10 to 1-10. Darragh O'Shea guilty that time of dragging back. Free kick taken by Philip Loughran for Armagh. We're inside the last 15 minutes. Martin O'Rourke now. Back to Stevie McDonnell. That's his second point of the second half. A goal and 5 for Stevie McDonnell.
Yeah, you've got to credit the resilience, credit their stubbornness, credit everything about them, the way they're keeping coming back.
In towards the Gooch. Knocked out by McNulty. Waiting for his McKeever. Support play out as far as Aaron Kernan. From Crossmaglen. His father, the manager, looking on. Urging him forward. Where's the support player? It's beyond McDonnell, and he was being fouled. And the foul, I think, is by Tom O'Sullivan, who's been ticked already. So he could find himself in difficulty. Referee indicating the free in. Martin O'Rourke is about to be replaced by Paddy McKeever. And Mike Frank Russell is going to go off in place of Brian Sheehan. Meanwhile, the referee will probably issue another card here. This time it'll be Tom O'Sullivan. And that will mean there will have been 5 Kerry players. Booked. This is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Number 25, there is Aidan O'Rourke coming across. It's not Aidan O'Rourke. That's not Aidan O'Rourke. But one of the substitutes, the Muir Ishka indeed, getting involved very needlessly. That was not required at all.
Well, that's scandalous, actually. I think that shouldn't happen. Again, a manager should be up in a specific zone, shouldn't be down there. Again, bottles being thrown around the place. This is getting out of hand. The optics of this are a disaster. The referee needs to get control of it very, very quickly. Again, we saw it last week in the Laois off-league game when a water bottle man came in, but this is all wrong, and I think Galvin has been sent off.
He's got 2 yellow cards, he's been sent off, and I think the second one was for throwing a bottle of water at the Muir Ishka from Armagh. That's my understanding of it.
Yeah, well, that's highly dangerous to do, again, and deservedly get sent off for such an irresponsible act.
Back with the action. Kerry with 14 players, Armagh with 15. Kerry with the lead, Armagh with the free. It's taken quickly by Brian Mallon. Inside here towards Ronan Clark. Oisin McConville. Back once again to Clark. That's a beauty. It's a third. Ronan Clark now trying to use the extra man.
Just watch this point again. Very confident strike from a difficult angle. Great score by Clark.
Aidan O'Mahony out to the wings. Mark O'Shea leaving it there for Tomas O'Shea. Up towards the Gooch. Back once again to Tomas O'Shea. Nicely in towards Declan O'Sullivan, but Armagh, they're in numbers. Mike Frank Russell very nearly intervening. It's Declan O'Sullivan. And Declan O'Sullivan, or Darren O'Sullivan rather, has got the goal. It's Darren who gets there. Surely now Kerry are going to make it to the semi-finals. It's the 65th minute of the game. And Darren O'Sullivan winning the race. Sloppy defensive work by Armagh, and they are punished emphatically. It was a beauty into the corner. Donaghy, who has shown everybody at Croke Park what a fine footballer he is, not just a great basketball player. And that's a free there for a foul on Declan O'Sullivan. And the Ulster champions are rocked.
Well, certainly
There's
are
a
rocked.
couple of Kerry players down, and Kieran McKeever could be in some difficulty here. This is what happened here. 2 against 1.
Yeah, that's filthy now. That's the use of the boot in the first place and stamping all over him in the second place, then trying to apologise. That's ridiculous.
Second for Brian Sheehan, 2 from 2. The additional time has been well and truly played. It's an 8-point victory for Kerry. Jack O'Shea, whatever he said to his charges at half-time, they came out like men possessed. They took the fight to Armagh. They were no longer going to be bossed around. And at the end of a titanic struggle, it's Kerry who win. Kerry 3-15, Armagh 1 goal and 13 points.
Kerry's conquerors Cork had been dealt a major blow. Manager Billy Morgan would have to plan without inspirational defender Graham Canty, out for the season with a cruciate injury. Donegal, having overcome Fermanagh in the qualifiers, had the advantage of having given a good display already at Croke Park in July's Ulster final.
Kevin McMahon, full of energy, full of intensity, just like Cork were in those 2 games against Kerry. Surprising slip by one of the Cork forwards. And Donegal, we've been watching them closely over the last while. Talk that they have altered their style. They do go more direct, but still a fair bit of hand passing as Rory Kavanagh attacks, looking for the first point, and he's found it too. That's a peach of a score. Brilliant finish from Rory Kavanagh. Donegal lead just over a minute in. Barry Monaghan, Michael Hegarty played in the 02 and 03 quarter-finals, and that was Derek Kavanagh's challenge on Kieran Bonner.
Well, it's an old argument that the ball is there to be played, and sometimes you have a lot of sympathy for the defender coming onto that ball. You feel he has to play it. If as a manager, if he doesn't go after it, you're a bit annoyed.
Now Michael Doherty missed the last 7 weeks. The Ulster semi-final, and he was injured in that game. How will he do? Just outside the 45-metre line. He's dropped that one short. Dangerous. Toy! Christy Toy with a goal for Donegal. It's a dream start for the beaten Ulster finalists. The free, well, it worked out well for Donegal.
We're going to have to see the small rectangle for sure in the replay as the ball is played back in. Watch the ball as it comes back in. Great finish by Toy, no question about that, but Donegal player just there, loitering perhaps. They've got the goal.
Kavanagh. Donnacha O'Connor making a move towards that, but it's taken by Barry Dunnigan. Risky strategy from Kavanagh, going very long, looking to cover a lot of ground with the ball, and it just didn't work at all. Donegal continue their fine form. Here's Rory Kavanagh. Has he got hold of that? No, he hasn't.
Well, Michael Hegarty will strangle him when he gets him into the dressing room at half-time, Derek, because he came off his shoulder with a fantastic run.
Better from Cork, Ger Spillane. Challenge from Neil Gallagher, but Nicholas Murphy has it. Donegal crowding them out well. Were there 2 hops in there from Nicholas Murphy? They may well have been. Kevin McMahon. And again, the pressure put on the ball carrier, Carl Lacey, that time. This is Kieran O'Connor. Clever little ball from O'Connor. Donnacha O'Connor has it now. Nicholas Murphy. Cork need to get on the board, and Murphy has got through. Murphy dragged to the ground. Penalty. Soft-looking penalty, I have to say. Just on first impressions, he ran straight into the defender.
Well, there's a foul first and foremost. What he does, he charges straight into him there, but he is pulled down, Dara. The hit from number 6 is from Barry Monaghan, but the second phase he pulls him down.
Well, it's a yellow for Barry Monaghan. Just over 11 minutes play. Hayes for Cork, and it's gone in. There was a little bit of space, a window of opportunity. The goalkeeper will not be happy that he couldn't keep it out. He got a hand to it, but it wasn't a strong enough hand. Cork off the mark, just a point down.
Well, that's a particularly cocky penalty from a cocky Corkonian. Just slips it into the corner. The goalkeeper really should have done better than that. A stronger arm, and he'd have pushed it around the post, I'm sure of that. But that's a score Cork badly needed.
Barry Dunian, great pace about this. This is Carl Lacey now. Lacey taking it to Cork and trying to thread it in behind. Leon Thompson, brilliant pass. Got his point. Designs on a goal, I'm sure, for Leon Thompson. But what a pass from the right cornerback, Carl Lacey. It cut Cork open.
And he knew exactly what he was doing. He picked that out absolutely perfectly. Leon Thompson, that is, OK, cheeky, but it's wrong. He should have stuck it.
Pierce O'Neill led off quickly to Anthony Lynch, now popping up over on the other side. He's got Barry Dunian with him for company. Fintan Gould. This is a good move. Murphy is free outside. What a brilliant challenge from Neil Gallagher, but still there for John Hayes of Cork. They need something from this, and they've got their first score from play from John Hayes. He scored a goal and a point, Cork's entire tally. Neil Gallagher, Michael Hegarty. It's Ger Spillane with him. Hegarty will keep him very busy indeed. Thompson is showing well for the ball, but they need end product. And Kieran Bonner is arriving just inside. Thompson's going to have a go himself. What's the verdict? Wide, I think. A big consultation between the umpires. Some argy-bargy behind the goal too. Alan Quirk offers his opinion. And still they haven't signalled. They're consulting now with referee Quigley.
Well, either way now there's going to be annoyance on one side because he didn't make a quick decision.
There's the flag. Well, how contentious will that be later? Michael Hegarty. Been around a long time, 27 years of age he is. Here's Barry Dunian. Dunian's going to have a go on his right boot. Oh, that's a corker of a point. Really fine score from Barry Dunian. And again, they needed that, and the lead swells to 4 points.
Of course, I was just about to say the slow, deliberate build-up, and then you give it to a defender to shoot at the end. And look at the result. That is an absolute beauty.
Really fine score. Michael Prout for Cork. Billy Morgan will have a lot to say to his team. Brian McIver will have two. Masters launching it in. He was very deep that time. Here's John Hayes. Donnacha O'Connor with him. Four waiting inside for O'Connor. What's at the end of it? Fintan Gould. Well, we said they needed to tack on a couple of points in the last 5 minutes of the first half. They've done exactly that. And they'll go in at half-time just a little happier. Ger Spillane, who loves to attack, hit the bar in the replay against Kerry, remember. And here he goes again, Spillane with the fist. And he's got the point.
Did very well. Did very, very well. Great control from the number 6. Lovely solo run in, Angle going away from all the time. And he executes it nicely.
Good support for Donegal on Hill 16. That's in towards Nicholas Murphy. Great take from Murphy. Has players either side of him been forced away from goal? Can they get a score? Pierce O'Neill. Oh, yes, they can. And O'Neill punches the air in delight.
That's a very deserving score for a very well thought out tactical effort by the Cork boys. Masters lobs it in on top of Nicholas Murphy, who we know has been taking the ball very well. He recycles it back out to his partner, Pierce O'Neill, and he swings over a beauty. Well thought out score that for Cork.
Here's Christy Toy, the Donegal captain, rides the challenge of Nicholas Murphy. Now sizes up the options and goes again at Murphy. Toy would have been happy enough with a free there, I think. Kieran Bonner's over there. Barry Dunian scored 1 point, remember, in the first half. Help from Bonner once more. They're all lined up across the Cork 45-metre line. Tommy Donoghue, Brendan Boyle, a lot of hand passes. Where's the end product? It's Barry Monaghan, and it's wide. No, it's a point. He's put it over. I think you could hear on the microphone behind the goal somebody shout wide ball. I think it was Alan Quirk, the Cork goalkeeper. That's a big point, though. Eamon McGee. Now Colin Kelly showing well. Kevin McMahon trying to get back to challenge him. Kelly holding it up. Going to have a go. The angle difficult. The crowd like it. They really love it. That is a fantastic point. Hegarty may be gone off, but Kelly has a big part to play in this game. That is a really, really good score. 2 points they lead by.
Well, that's a savage score. That is brilliant. He looked inside first, took the soul into himself, said, no, nothing going on here. I got to swing it, wrong side, everything against him. But look at the execution, it was fantastic. Split the uprights.
Donegal O'Connor. Kevin McMahon. Nice step inside from McMahon. That is a lovely point. What an effortless kick. Just a little stroke at it and it sailed over. That's a very, very fine score. Lovely step inside. The finish was perfect. Kind of hangs up there nicely. Nicholas Murphy got hands to it, couldn't hold on. Pierce O'Neill, his midfield buddy, is there. Conor McCarthy. Donegal O'Connor was looking for it in behind Eamon McGee. They go a different route with Kevin O'Sullivan. Neil McGee for company. Derek Kavanagh. Again, that attacking instinct is there. This is Conor McCarthy. Well, they're back where they started. They've taken too much out of it. Far too much out of it. Scrapping for it was Tommy Donoghue. And now it's Christy Toy. Pierce O'Neill with a hand to that. It's broken kindly for James Masters. Can go left or right. He'll go himself, Masters. He's sent that one over. Well, Donegal had control of that situation. They appeared to have repelled Cork, but they let Masters in, and he wasn't going to miss from that situation. Just a point down. Who will it be? Will it be Donegal or Cork? Here comes Derek Kavanagh. Takes Colin Kelly with it. James Masters just got his first point from play. Lifted over the top towards Sean O'Brien, and then Donegal O'Connor out to show for it. O'Connor forced away from goal. Conor McCarthy crowded out by Neil Gallagher and company, but there are free men. Sean O'Brien on his left boot. O'Brien. Point for Cork. Level again. Will we have a winner today? Who will it be? Donegal attacking with Barry Dunnion. Dunnion outside to Stephen McHugh. Wanted to get it on his left boot. Here's Barry Monaghan. Monaghan taking the challenge as Cork again funneling almost everybody back behind the ball. And Dunnion has found a way through, just boring a way through, and a free in. Adrian Sweeney's not long on the park. Has he managed it? No, he's put it wide. That was a glorious chance under 2 minutes to go. And the seconds ticking away. Here's Derek Kavanagh. Conor McCarthy. McCarthy decides to turn back in inside Tommy Donoghue. Donegal O'Connor. O'Connor, it's a Hail Mary in towards Nicholas Murphy. And Murphy has hands to it. Brilliant. Spillane, the centre-back. He's put it over. Ger Spillane, the centre-back, has popped up again in an attacking role for Cork. And is Billy Morgan going to see his team go through to the All-Ireland semi-final again under 2 minutes to go?
Look at that, Darragh. What a catch by Nicholas Murphy. Absolutely stormer of a game. And that's the ball. Get out of the way. It's my ball. He wins it. And Spillane puts it over for the lead.
Sensational finish to this game. Can Donegal respond? And will this be the last kick of the game to force a replay? Michael Doherty, it's going to drop short, and Nicholas Murphy popping up again, but Colin Kelly there for Donegal. One more opportunity. Bonner! He sent that over. Or has he? No, he hasn't. It looked fantastic from here. You could hear the reaction of the crowd. It appeared to be sailing over, but it hung up there, and it's over. And Cork will meet Kerry again in the All-Ireland semi-final. The Donegal players collapse to the ground. There's confirmation of the full-time score. Doesn't come much tighter than that. Cork 111, Donegal 110.
Dublin hadn't won a quarter-final for 4 years. Opponents were Westmeath, who had famously taken Dublin's scalp on the way to a first Leinster title in 2004. This time around, the Leinster champions were unbackable, but Tomás O'Flaherty's men had sprung the surprise of the final qualifier round by going to Galway and edging out the heavily fancied home team.
King up with his brother Desi, takes the return, Gary Dolan, great shot, great goal!
Brilliant.
He broke the tackle, he got in and he swept it into the back of the net. Gary Dolan has got another goal. He got the all-important one against Sligo in the last round, and here he's got his third goal in championship football, shouldered by Fitzgerald, but finished with aplomb. What a fine goal, what a time to get it.
Kevin Bonner for Dublin. Conal Keaney again showing it. It's Healy with him, but Keaney's got away from it. Conal Keaney, lots of space. Healy's trying to catch up. Keaney will go himself. Support inside. He had Jason Sherlock completely free. He'd lost his marker. And Keaney didn't trust the right boot. Went with the left and a long way off.
Well, this is the problem when you have a top-class player who doesn't have a good right foot.
Barry Cahill, good take at the second attempt, but he got the ball from Glennon. Sherlock now to Alan Brogan, popping up all over the place. Mossy Quinn looking for it. Brogan going himself. Very good score for Dublin. They lead by 2-0 score. Paul Casey to Brian Cullen. Skipping inside the cover, that was Gary Dolan who was closest to him. Dangerous ball in. Mossy Quinn is there. Goal chance for Dublin. Quinn. Brilliant stop by Gary Connaughton. He was struggling initially. Still there for them, but Westmeath crowd around and Healy has it. Wonderful goalkeeping from Gary Connaughton. Some pulling. Westmeath have a free. Still to score. We're in the 11th minute. Kicking against Paul Griffin, the Dublin cornerback. He's gone short to John Kennellan. Fine soccer player, a really good Gaelic footballer, and just there you can see why. And that's Westmeath's first point. Almost 11 minutes in. Here's Gary Dolan. Donald O'Donoghue. Paul Bannon, big powerful midfielder. Dennis Glennon. Glennon really bringing Barry Cahill for a tour of Croke Park. Glennon taking the challenge from Shane Ryan. He held onto it too long. And Ryan having a chat with Dennis Glennon. How civil it was, we'll never know. They've taken the free already. Alan Brogan, Conal Keaney. Now John Keane taking him up. Keaney hangs it up there. Off the upright. The break comes to Mossy Quinn. A slip from ball. Quinn, goal! He has this habit of scoring crucial goals at crucial times for Dublin. He was the quickest to react as it came off the upright. There was a slip from Francis Boyle. How crucial was that? Dublin further in front.
And how annoyed are they going to be with the pitch, perhaps, Dara? That's the question. We'll see it again. He seems to be in a good position, Francis Boyle, and his legs just leave him and makes it easy for Thomas Quinn. Well, that's not fair of me. It's not that easy. He still has to do the hard work, which he does. But look at the defender flying straight by him.
Here's Jason Sherlock. Paul Casey is getting forward. Sherlock with lots of options. Here's Shane Ryan as well. O'Donoghue trying to get back to challenge it. Ryan bursting on for Dublin. Will he keep going? Shane Ryan held back by Donoghue. Surely pulled back, but the point given. Shane Ryan, that's a big moment for him in this game. Donoghue was clearly fouling him.
That is savage power there when we see this again. That is just power, sheer power. Takes the hop, still guy banging off him. Great hit again, still a guy hanging off him. O'Donoghue still can't stop him, just throws it up and boxes it over the bar.
Men over here, here's Alan Mangan. Gary Dolan is ahead of him. The support from Gary Glennon. Great block down, was it by Griffin? Whelan was there too. And Westmeath, well, they kicked away and were denied a score from a promising position. Really should have got something from that attack. Mossy Quinn. Boyle started well on him. Quinn has got the better of him, and that's pumped forward in towards Jason Sherlock. Healy's missed it. Sherlock, another chance. Donald O'Donoghue's challenge was so important. The ball's gone over the bar for a point. David Henry plays his club football with Raheny on the north side of Dublin. Henry launches it forward. Ray Cosgrove, movement from him. Michael Ennis slipped again. Here's Cosgrove looking for the score, and he's got it. The fist goes up in the air from Ray Cosgrove. He's got his point, and they extend their lead still further. Here's Kieran Whelan. He's recovered from his knock, and again they just pour forward. Men over all over the place. This is Coleman Goggins. O'Shaughnessy trying to get close to it. Quinn back to Brogan. Steadies himself, Brogan. Has he drawn it back enough? Brogan. Yes, he has. Just seemed to come off the outside of his boot. Beautifully curled in. First point of the second half is Dublin's, and they move further ahead.
That's probably the point of the game. Brilliant interplay, great passing.
And now it's Brian Cullen. Barry Cahill. Conal Keaney with Donal O'Donoghue. Keaney again comes up with the ball for Dublin. O'Donoghue penalised, free in, and some afters involving Cullen and O'Donoghue. And the referee just breaks it up. Jason Sherlock been picked up by Michael Ennis right on the end line. Quinn set to go, drawing it in, and it's taken by Connaughton. Goal? No goal. No goal. It'll be a free out.
Well, the referee made the decision very, very quick. I was watching him. He went straight, pointed straight to it. Let's see it again.
Well, the Dublin goal ruled out as we follow Michael Ennis at the other end. Well, Ennis has put the ball over the bar, designs on a goal himself, the right half back. But a most welcome point for Westmeath, and this their first since the 18th minute of the opening half. Donal O'Donoghue, tricky bounce for O'Donoghue, he did well, and then lost the ball to Declan Lally. Trying to finish on a high. Here's Alan Brogan, that trademark bounce from Brogan. Drills it over the bar. It's just been so easy for them. 112 to 4 points.
I think that's going to be the big concern, that they found themselves now in an All-Ireland semi-final. And again, no matter what way we butter it up, they just have not been tested.
Here's Dennis Glennon. He should have kept going. He's turned back in. Glennon again. Have a guess who made the challenge. It was Paul Griffin. He'll have no work to do on blocks and training this week as they get ready for the All-Ireland semi-final. Des Dolan, about 20 seconds remaining. Paddy Martin couldn't control it. David Henry. That's David Duffy. And now Dolan. For John Smith now. The Westmeath substitute looking to take the bleak look off the scoreboard. And he's got their 5th point. It still looks pretty bleak. $10 points.
Yeah, 5 points in a game of football at this level is just nowhere near good enough.
And there is the full-time whistle, inevitable really since half-time when Dublin were leading by 1-7 to 2 points. Westmeath get the last score of this quarter-final. But Dublin very convincing winners. And we wonder now about the reaction of Paul Caffrey and company, because this wasn't the very, very stern test that Dublin expected. Here is confirmation of the full-time score. Dublin into the semi-final. They've beaten Westmeath by 112 to 5 points.
Mick O'Dwyer's Laois were in their third quarter-final, and having seen off All-Ireland champions Tyrone in the qualifiers, are confident of finally reaching the last four. Opponents Mayo had raised a few eyebrows by edging out Galway in the Connacht final through Conor Mortimer's last gasp free. For the replay, both sides were convinced of their capacity to improve. Laois certain that they wouldn't again squander a winning position, but Mayo equally confident that they could restrict Noel Garvin, the latest centre fielder, to try his luck at full forward.
Played off swiftly there for Brian MacDonald, and Bino has measured it well. If it drops down, it drops short, it drops dangerously, and it's Heaney who gets it away. Another scoring opportunity missed by Laois. Should have been put over the bar. James Nallen. They had the first couple of attacks. MacDonald beautifully in here to Billy Joe Padden, taking it past McMahon and swiftly driving it over the bar for the opening score after 6 minutes of play. That's a bit more like it. Mickey Moran's team then going into the lead here at Croke Park in this quarter-final. Good attacking idea here on the part of Billy Joe Padden, and effortlessly gliding it over the bar.
Actually touches. This was so dangerous for Mayo, Ger. David Clark showing a lot of nerves. He hasn't played much this season, and similar to last week, ball breaks off a keeper.
He's come back from a groin operation. Once again, Alan Dillon taking on Darren Rooney this time. Support player is Michael Conroy. Played off to MacDonald once more, coming deeper and deeper. Here's Ronan McGarity, thankfully recovered from that injury. On towards Ger Brady, did well to hold on to the shoulder coming in from Darren Rooney. Still Brady, very tight angle, but he's got it really well, and it's over the bar. Ger Brady's first point, Mayo lead by 2. This was a very good move. And that's taken by Aidan Fennelly. He was fouled by Conor Mortimer. Worked out here as far as Brian McCormack. Beautifully forward for Bino MacDonald. On the run, and that's over the bar. That's more like it. Laois get their first score in the 16th minute. And it's Bino has done it for them. 2-1.
What a magnificent pass from Brian McCormack. Took out the Mayo defender Keith Higgins. And actually that's a 3-on-2 for Laois if he works it in.
Here's Gardner stepping away from Brian McCormack that time. Trying to set up another attack. Ger Brady struggling to hold on, but he was being dragged back. Free in for Mayo. Book is shown there to one of the Laois players. It's Peter O'Leary.
And it is, yeah. Good call by the referee, Joe McQuillan.
Alan Dillon from Ballintubber to try and stretch the Mayo lead. They need to improve, and they're starting to do so. First pointed free of the afternoon after a wretched start by both teams. It's 3-1.
These short kickouts are causing Mayo and Laois to a lesser degree awful trouble, and it should be easily rectified. Bit of concentration.
Well, Mayo now hoping to build on that score, their first in 10 minutes play. Kieran MacDonald once again. Back to Ronan McGarity. Sent in towards Michael Conroy, and he's fouled, causing a few problems. He's a willing operator. Darren Rooney, the one who committed the indiscretion. Just a little run here, pushing the back there on Conroy. And that one has sailed over the bar. Conor Mortimer with his first pointed free. Or point from play, I should say.
Yeah, it was a free that he should have taken, but Mayo improvised, and quick exchange of passes made it the angle easier.
Not the best of balls. Geraghty showing he has shrugged off the injury earlier on. Here he comes. Nicely forward there for Ronan McGarity. A good support play from Keith Higgins. Higgins going for it, and Higgins has put it over the bar, and that's his first ever score in Championship football. What a moment. 21 minutes into this replay, he's made it 5 points to 1.
Well, if it's his first one, Ger, what one to pick as the score of the match. Great interchange, going nowhere for a sec, but Higgins again, as I say, straightens up the line, and what a score to open your championship account.
Coming back here once again, Brendan Quigley. Laois, only 1 point to show for 21.5 minutes, not good. Garvin trying to break it. Clancy coming on, got a goal against Offaly. He'll be happy with a point here. Draws a white flag. Pádraig Clancy's first. 5 points to 2. Laois fans a little happier.
And Heaney down on his knees again after the challenge from Garvin. A very good challenge from Garvin. Breaks the ball to advantage, and Clancy does very well. Thought about the goal for just a split second.
Nicely out for Alan Dillon. Good work by Mayo. Good support play. Now they need to take the correct options. Dillon working it in 40 metres out. Dragged down. Mayo doing all the correct things, but Brian McCormack here in trouble. That was rather cynical.
No question about that one. Dillon taken out of it.
Mortimer kicking truly and accurately, and that's a third for Conor Mortimer, 2 of them coming from frees. Fennelly now. Another minute and a half of stoppage time still to be played at the end of this first half, which hasn't been inspiring by any manner of means. Peter O'Leary inside here for Chris Conway. No score in this, 6 points the last day, but he's engineered a free kick. And presumably he's got to be the one to take it.
Yeah, well, I'm sure Chris realised there was a Mayo forward tracking him, and forwards aren't the best tacklers in the world, and he gives away a cheap one, which is very much in Ross Munley's arc. He should be able to swing it, although we did see him miss an easier one earlier on in the match. But it's not a difficult shot, Ger, and Laois could do it. It only leave a goal between them, and that certainly doesn't reflect the dominance of Mayo.
No. So Ross Munley. Hasn't scored, but nobody in the half-forward line that started managed to score. Only one forward, Bino MacDonald's got 2 points for them anyway. He took care, and it was very worthwhile. Ross Munley with a late point from a free for Laois, and it looks a whole lot better now. There's only a goal in it. Ronan McGarity out to Aidan Kilcoyne. Strong young man, under 21 this year, won an All-Ireland back at that level in May. Kevin O'Neill. Kieran MacDonald kicking enterprisingly with the left. Somehow that's gone over the bar. That's what he's capable of. An almost impossible angle, and all of a sudden it's 8 points to 4, and it's the first point of the second half. Kevin O'Neill involved. Wretched angle, but he somehow managed to split the posts. Pat Hart, plenty of space, movement ahead. Alan Dillon keeping it away from Aidan Fennelly. Kieran MacDonald, his confidence will be high. It's in for Dillon. It's an awkward enough chance. Has to go back, check his stride, pressurised by Aidan Fennelly. Conor Mortimer kicking, and Conor Mortimer has put it over the bar. That is his 4th point in this game. 2 of them from play, 2 of them from frees, and it's 9-4.
And it's with his right foot. That's a collector's item down Mayo way. But lovely bit of work by Kerr MacDonald. Dink to beauty over the top for Alan Dillon. That's what created the chance.
He's 4 from 6, Conor Mortimer. That's 4 points from 6 shots. David Heaney. Kilcoyne challenged strongly. Tom Kelly waiting for the ball to go over the sideline. Laois ball.
Noel Garvin has stayed in at full forward, and Laois do need him out here because they're getting hammered at midfield, in my opinion.
Joe Higgins in towards Garvin this time. He's going to try and win it. It runs on to Donny Brennan. He's held 20 metres out. It's taken very quickly. Here's a chance. Good stop. Really good chance that time. It was Brendan Quigley who was coming forward. That was a great opportunity. Credit the goalkeeper, David Clark. Mayo work it forward again here, having had a lead off. David Heaney. The crowd raising the decibel level again here. Geraghty to space, bad ball. Should be Peter O'Leary's, shouldered there by Kevin O'Neill. He's protesting that it was a fair shoulder-to-shoulder challenge. I think the Laois man was not anticipating the run on the blind side. Garvin held on here by Bino MacDonald. Now Garvin again. This is Sheehan, the inside forward line combining. Boric Clancy from Timahoe. Placed beautifully over there for Chris Conway. Covering is MacDonald, he's beaten. Conway stealing in. Digging it back here for Donny Brennan, beating the attempted block, and that's gone over the bar. Donny Brennan coming in with his first point since being introduced as a sub midway through the first half, and it's 9 points to 6, only 3 between them as we were at half time. Good play by Laois. David Clark's kick, huge one. McGarity with a great catch. Good primary ball one, and Aidan Higgins is available to take off. Gaps appearing. Higgins going, and Higgins putting it over the bar. Very good score by Aidan Higgins, just his second ever point in championship football, an important one, a crucial one at a key stage in the game. 10-6 they lead, and it all came from this wonderful catch in midfield by the Ballina maestro, Ronan McGarity. That's touched down by Garvin. It's a head by Pádraig McMahon. This is Conway. McMahon coming onto it now. Next to support player is Sheehan. It's Pádraig McMahon. Pádraig McMahon under pressure, fouled. And it's going to be a free in.
Maybe just. I'll give him the benefit there.
Conroy then has waited a long time. His first shot at the target from play or from a free today. From the 13-metre mark, he puts it over the bar. He makes the Laois fans sweat a little bit by his approach. This was the challenge on McMahon. Chris Conway, yellow carded just moments ago. Donny Brennan can't hold it. Geraghty gratefully holds on. Pluckily takes it out. Now needs to find a man. Several options. Andy Moran was to his left. Going to the right into Pat Hart instead. Good counter-attack. Lots of purpose. Will there be a finish for Kilcoyne? There is, surely. As he did last week. A late point for Kilcoyne. Then it was to take the teams within a point. Now he's up at a gap of 4. Mayo the leaders. Alan Dillon. The fans will feel it's going to be Mayo's day. Alan Dillon breezing in and fisting it over the bar. Very good piece of judgment. His second point of the match. 13-8. 11 minutes to go. It's there for the losing for Mayo at this stage. They'll hardly get a better chance of getting to the semis. Dillon got that last score with the fist. Up here towards Regan, leaving it here for Ronan McGarity. Just holding it up, using up some time. Here's MacDonald. McGarity once again. It was a very difficult kick on the run, but that's a very confident piece of play by Ronan McGarity. His first point of the game, and again, 5 points the margin. Pádraig Clancy going long, huge one down, broken in there. Well, that's the new man in, Paul Lawler, winning the free kick. A point will cut it back just a little, but they need a little bit more than that. Book shown there to Keith Higgins. We were all surprised when he went off about 10 minutes from the end last Sunday. Chris Conway ready to kick. Needs to hurry it up. There'll still be 4 points between them if he puts it over the bar. And just over 5 minutes left. It's 14-10. Micko wondering whether this is the last couple of minutes he will enjoy as Laois manager. Russ Monolly. Couple of players outside to support him. Peter O'Leary is one of them. Tony Brennan's close to him. Ian Fitzgerald's waiting inside. Garvin's gone there too! What a fist that was, but it's outside. It's gone to the left. That's how close Laois have come. That's how dangerous Mayo were living.
You see, if it happens, and Garvin is not far off there, if that happens, you have to say Mayo deserve to fall to a sucker punch like that.
Nicely inside for James Nallen. Inside once again towards Barry Regan. Aidan Kilcoyne. We've now gone over the 2 minutes, but it's very much at the referee's discretion. That's nicely in towards Mortimer, touching it down. Nallen thought about it. Mortimer off balance, and he's put the ball wide. And that is it, it's all over. Mayo win the quarter-final. Laois are out of the championship, and next Sunday it'll be Mayo versus Dublin. Mick O'Dwyer, is that the end of the era with Laois? In his first year, they won the Leinster title. They've gone close on a few occasions. Mayo fans much the happier in what was a very scrappy game of football. Final score here, Mayo 14 points, Laois 11.
Cork defeated Kerry in the Munster final. It was probably Billy Morgan's worst nightmare that the teams might end up contesting a third semi-final in 5 years. The previous two had ended in massive wins for Kerry. Now, minus the injured Graham Canty, one player who might have been able to handle Kieran Donaghy, the Munster champions would have to play out of their skins for the third time in 7 weeks against a transformed Kerry.
Again they battle. Dara O'Shea and Nicholas Murphy. Comes for us Michael Shields. Spreading it wide. Over for us Donnacha O'Connor. Takes it on the turn and sends it beautifully over the bar. That's a very, very good score.
And Donnacha O'Connor had the confidence that time to turn and shoot, and again he was on target that time.
Kerry Bill from the back. Aidan O'Mahony under a little bit of pressure. Flicks it through as they move from the half-back line. Tom O'Sullivan. Up for his Mike Frank Russell from Lawn Rangers in Killorglin. With him is Michael Prout from Shanbelly. Mike Frank turns inside, trots away, confident that the white flag will be raised. Nice, easy score for the Kerry man. Donnacha O'Connor dropping this one in. Comes back outside. There's Tomas O'Shea. Interesting to see that Nicholas Murphy seems to have been moved to full forward. There he is now. And maybe they may try to do a Kerry on it and a Donaghy on it by dropping in high balls into that full back line. Or is it just a tactical switch to give Nicholas Murphy a chance to recover from those early injuries he's picked up? Referee has given a free to Cork. James Masters, All-Ireland Intermediate medal with Cork. That's hurling, that is, after a replay with Kilkenny 2 years ago. but noted, of course, for his football ability and for his free-taking skills. 2 points for James Masters out of Cork's 4. Seamus Moynihan making his 60th appearance for Kerry this afternoon. Down for his own Brosnan. Confident to have a goal from there, but the umpires immediately signaled that it's to the wrong side of the post again. Coming through the centre, Tomas O'Shea steadies, and this time there's no mistake. Paul Galvin. It's going to be a free, as you can see, for Kerry, as Cork introduce a substitute. Gary Murphy is on for Michael Shields.
Yeah, I didn't notice Michael Shields actually doing anything very wrong, so he would definitely picked up an injury.
Derek Kavanagh was fouling Kieran Donaghy. There was a little pull of the jersey as that ball was coming in. Mike Frank Russell. Well, it's very high, but more importantly, it's straight over the bar. 2 points for Mike Frank. 1 from play, 1 from a free. Sides are level after 27.5 minutes of play for the second time. Seamus Moynihan makes himself available. Paul Galvin is right beside him. As anticipated, ball sent across towards Tomas O'Shea, in towards Kieran Donaghy. Gets there ahead of Derek Kavanagh. Willing to take on Kavanagh and getting inside rather easily. Gives it back. Chance here for Sean O'Sullivan. It's on target. Made and created by full forward Kieran Donaghy. The finish supplied sublimely by a chap called Sean O'Sullivan.
Yeah, that's the first time we really have seen Kieran Donaghy winning his duel with Derek Kavanagh. Again, great support played by Sean O'Sullivan, who came on to the left foot. His strike was delightful from a difficult angle, and again, Kerry will look for more of that.
I don't honestly think Jack will be too impressed with this first half performance. I think he'd be rather annoyed with the quality of ball going in.
Yeah, and a lot of the display has been somewhat uninspiring up to now.
Here comes Owen Brosnan, letting it in fast. In fast, Mike Frank turns and puts it over the bar. Second point from play, third in the game. It's what the Kerry fans expect from the Kingdom footballers. Quick ball in, Mike Frank getting away from Michael Prout, and there it goes, straight over the crossbar. The hop fools them all. Back there is Gary Murphy. Donaghy just coming in to challenge. Lays it off. Hefty challenge, and Murphy must be said. Fair shoulder, says the referee, Sean O'Sullivan. Nicholas Murphy is back there as well. Donaghy has possession. Tries to go forward. Referee says he was being fouled. Cork players disagree. And that's going to be a free in for Kerry.
Yeah, and again, we have seen this ploy repeatedly of the ball into the... Just watch again, this Donaghy definitely is fouled in this case by Gerard Spillane. But we've seen this ploy again and again of trying to put the ball into Donaghy. It's a little bit predictable, and it needs a lot of fine-tuning yet before it can really benefit Kerry to the way they really want it to work for them.
Colm Cooper, known as the Gooch, made his first appearance in the Division 2 final against Laois 4 years ago. And that is straight over the bar. A class act. Over for Sean O'Brien. James Masters wants it, dropped it in long and high. Kevin O'Sullivan gives it back for Donnacha O'Connor. O'Connor needs the support of Kevin McMahon. Gets inside the cover, did very well, lays it off. There's a chance here for Cork. Oh, and Seamus Moynihan is there. Wonderful interception by the centre half back. And a little bit of jersey pulling as well by James Masters. And that's going to be a free out.
good build-up from Cork. Kevin McMahon, a lovely little hand pass inside to Conor McCarthy. Took the 1-2. Seamus Moynihan ran it like a book.
Sean O'Brien back in there again. A little push on the Nemo man, so that's going to be a free for Cork. Just a few metres inside the Kerry half of the field. Taken quickly, far as Gary Murphy. Getting inside, here's a chance perhaps for Kevin O'Sullivan, lays it off, good combination play between the substitutes, and O'Sullivan is fouled going through, and the Cork players point that it was inside the large rectangle, but I think that's more in hope than anticipation. Chance here for James Masters, making an angle for himself and tapping it over the bar. Well, I wonder, was this a penalty? Let's see. As the Noel O'Leary and Kevin O'Sullivan coming through.
No, I think it was a good call by the referee, because the initial contact was made just outside the small rectangle there by the left cornerback. I think it was Tom O'Sullivan.
Donncha O'Connor willing to run at this Kerry defence to McCarthy. Crossfield ball, but it's not going to really cause any problems, I think. Well, then again, maybe it might. Here comes Cork. There's a chance here. They have to get inside the cover of the Kerry defence, and it goes off a Kerry defender and out for a 45. But Michael McCarthy is quite annoyed. I don't know whether it's the referee or the defending, because the defending was poor, it must be said. Nicholas Murphy did very well here. The layoff was good, and Tomás O'Shea and Michael McCarthy, I think between them, actually deflected out for a 45. Kieran Donaghy has gone into his umpires to protest that he was being fouled, and the referee has spotted it rather belatedly. Referee sent over by Mike Frank Russell. Fine catch by Nicholas Murphy. Kevin McMahon tries to pump this one into the space. Donncha O'Connor is making some good runs. Chasing after him is Mark O'Shea. O'Connor giving it back again as Cork tried to engineer something here. This one is dropping over the bar. Good score for Cork, and they're beginning to show a little bit of potential up front since the introduction of Kevin O'Sullivan, and to a lesser extent Noel O'Leary. Gary Murphy set up the opportunity here, but O'Sullivan judged it centimetre perfect. And here come Kerry. There's a chance here. Good defending, and it's gone over the bar. But there was a chance for Paul Galvin, cutting through the heart of the Cork defence. It's now a 4-point advantage for the Kingdom.
Again, a great catch that time by Donaghy under severe pressure, but it's the perceptive pass that he gave on the run to Galvin. Again, Galvin just a little bit unlucky, got it over the bar, might have given the ball across to Michael Frank, who was available for the pass.
This is David Niblock, who has been introduced to the attack, and the man that's gone off is from Skibbereen, Conor McCarthy, centre half forward. Kick out in the middle. Nicholas Murphy punches it forward, and it's Niblock that gets his first touch immediately. Blocked down from Seamus Moynihan off the boot of Sean O'Brien. Pushing O'Brien away is big Dara O'Shea. Gives it long once more. Anthony Lynch underneath it. Seems to hit off his head. Comes back far as the coach. Mike Frank, in fact, and that's over the bar. It seemed to just hit off his hands and off his head. Comes back far as Mike Frank, and he puts it over the bar. That's 3 points from play, in fact, and 3 points from frees for Mike Frank. Breaking ball comes down for us David Niblock, who is pushed, and that's going to be a free for Cork. So outside the Kerry 45, a free for James Masters. Dropping this one in. Corkmen latch onto it. Chance here for Donncha O'Connor. Under pressure. Managed to squeeze this over the bar. Just about, I would say. Look, from this perspective that we're here on the 7th floor of the Hogan stand, as if it was going across the face of the goal.
You know, if they got a goal, everything would open up.
Fine kick out by Dermot Murphy. Knocked down by Tommy Griffin. Good play here by Declan O'Sullivan. Making a little bit of space, lays it back. There's Mike Frank. O'Sullivan goes for the return. Wonderful Kerry move! And it's over the bar. Drummond Pearce's man in South Kerry combines neatly to create an opportunity, not just for himself, but indeed for Mike Frank. But this time he got the return and under pressure scooped it over the bar. Sean O'Sullivan is providing the overlap, has to go back outside. Will give the long ball now, trying to sneak this one through for Mike Frank. With him is Anthony Lynch. Mike Frank tries to give it back, interception by Gary Murphy. Two Cork players available, one of them is Sean O'Brien, the other is Noel O'Leary. Looking around at options, goes for the short ball instead. James Masters with Kieran Donaghy putting the pressure on him. Gets by the challenge of Tom O'Sullivan. Lobs it in, nice ball, fires Donnacha O'Connor. Turns, tries to get inside the Kerry defence. Nice play by O'Connor, lays it off, turns for O'Sullivan! And that goes out for a 45. But Kerry were exposed, but thanks to Michael McCarthy, they're still 5 points in front. The best Cork move by far in this game, coming after just 53 minutes of play. Plenty of options there. One is Aidan O'Mahony from Rathmore in his 4th season with the Kingdom. Long ball in towards Kieran Donaghy from Paul Galvin. Turns, shoots, and registers a point. His first in this All-Ireland football semi-final. It's a simple game when played by Kerry. Breaking ball, this time picked up by Kevin McMahon. 12 minutes left in this All-Ireland semi-final. David Niblock gives it long up for Donnacha O'Connor. Oh, he did very well. He's getting inside the cover. Needs the support of somebody. It's there. Kevin O'Sullivan. 3-4 Kerry players around him. Has to go back outside. First Shonny O'Brien. Donnacha O'Connor available. O'Brien takes a shot and it's over the bar. Point by the Nemo Rangers man. Wonderful catch by Donnacha O'Connor. Getting there ahead of Tom O'Sullivan. Laying it back first, Kevin O'Sullivan, who had to work hard, but great defending by Kerry as well. Comes to O'Brien, he takes the score. Kieran O'Connor flicking it forward for Fintan Gould. Going for the return as O'Connor, as Cork go into the attack with literally everybody up front. Only 2 players inside the own half of the field is Derek Kavanagh and Kieran Donaghy, as James Masters puts this over the bar. It's his first from play and 5th in the game. 4 points between the teams.
Again, that's a fantastic score. Again, a good feed out from Sean O'Brien to him. And again, Masters' accuracy once again in evidence there with a beautiful score.
It would appear that Kerry are heading to the All-Ireland final. For Billy Morgan, it's going to be disappointment, I'm afraid, unless his side can produce something in the last 6 minutes. Mark O'Shea dropping it in long up towards the Gooch. Turns onto his right and that's over the bar. It's his first point from play, but his 4th in this All-Ireland semi-final, and the Kingdom fans rejoice.
Yeah, and he shakes the head, I think, in pure delight, because it's taken him so long to actually get it. But a beautiful skill, a beautiful execution, little sidestep, right foot over the bar. Maybe that'll kind of kickstart his confidence.
The full-time whistle is blown here in Croke Park. Kerry have made amends for losing the Munster Championship to Cork. It's a far better team performance by Cork, it must be said, than last year's All-Ireland semi-final, but once again defeat is their lot. But for Kerry, they're heading back to Croke Park here to face either Mayo or Dublin in the All-Ireland football final of 2006. No goals in Croke Park today, but it doesn't matter for the Kingdom of Kerry, because Kerry win by 6 points. Kerry 16 points, Cork 10 points.
By now there was much excitement about a possible first Kerry-Dublin All-Ireland in 21 years. Only one match stood between Dublin and that outcome. Mayo had never beaten their opponents in Championship, but were buoyed by the win over Mick O'Dwyer's Laois. Dublin hadn't been tested since the near sensation in Longford 3 long months previously. How would the Leinster champions respond now? Because they were certain to be tested, with battle commencing even before the ball was thrown in.
It's Alan Dillon. A right-footed kicker normally, held off by Paul Casey. And he lets fly, with accuracy, and it's goal done terribly well from Mickey Moran's team. And Alan Dillon has kicked another and sent the fans into rapture. Only 11, nearly 12 minutes gone. Alan Dillon's first strike at the target, and it's Mayo 3, Dublin 0. Alan Brogan played inside here, difficulty. Keaney takes it, Keaney strikes, and Keaney finally raises the Dublin cheers. It's taken 17 minutes. Conal Keaney looking for a support player. That's Alan Brogan. Brogan darting, this is dangerous. Good stop, and it's finished by Keaney. They're level. 23 minutes are gone. Brogan did all the good work, approaching it here, picking it up inside the 13-metre line, then going outside. It was well stopped by David Clark, but on hand was Conal Keaney to wrap it into the back of the net. His second goal ever in Championship football, and there are 23 minutes on the clock gone. Teams level, 1-2 to 5 points. This is Gardner, back to Heaney. Nicely forward for the ever-mobile Alan Dillon. Inside towards Kevin O'Neill. Did he take it off the ground? He's allowed to continue. Oof. Selling dummies, cracking a good one and putting it over. This time last year it was perfectly balanced as well between Tyrone and Armagh. Perfectly balanced today between Dublin and Mayo. 2 Dubs go for the 1 ball. And David Henry manages to touch it, but only as far as Conor Mortimer, winding himself up with the kick with confidence. It's over! Mayo lead! Well, the game restarts. Dublin needing to make up the deficit, just a point behind. Straight away, it's David Heaney here, out ahead of Conal Keaney. Peadar Gardner. Running onto it here, Jason Sherlock. Players are calling for it. One of them is Darren McGee, just to his right. Opting to let it in long. Contesting it there was Keaney. Breaks down neatly, and that ball's over the bar. And that's the equaliser. Back towards Bonner. There's a player in support. Couple of players there. Bonner, they're queuing for it, and it's another one. Jason Sherlock, the one who finishes it to the back of the net. 37 minutes are gone here, but there were a number of players who could have got that one. In the end, it's 30-year-old Jason Sherlock, his 9th goal in Championship football, perfectly poised. There they were, all of them coming forward. Kevin Bonner, Cosgrove there as well, a possible option. It went to Sherlock, right there near the goal line, looking for another, and he fists it over the bar. That's a goal and 3 for Conal Keaney. What a performance. All eyes concentrating fully on the task in hand, and then resolutely putting it over the bar. Nicely back to Kilcoyne, trying to dart inside. Mayo may need a goal. Dillon will be happy with a point. He supplies it. 3 for Alan Dillon. All or nothing for Mayo at this stage. Kevin O'Neill. Beautiful ball ahead. Moran. Chance. Scores! Andy Moran in the 51st minute. What a time for Andy Moran to get his first ever goal in the Championship. It has excited the Mayo crowd, lifted everybody, and Dublin concede their first goal in this year's Championship. And we have some game, 2 between them. Dublin still lead. On it goes towards Alan Dillon. Chance of getting an equaliser here. Referee says play on. He kicks. It's over. They're level. In the 54th minute, they are level for the 6th time in a fascinating All-Ireland football semi-final. 67 minutes and counting gone. Pothart holding on for dear life. Darren McGee there as well. Hart looking for a support player. It's Andy Moran. It's out as far as Kieran MacDonald. It's ahead to Ger Brady. He has a support player. It's Keith Higgins. If he reaches him, he has. Higgins pursued by Lally. Goes to ground. No foul. On to Kevin O'Neill. Looking to try and get some space. 4 Dublin players are near him. Kieran MacDonald. It's high. It's over. Kieran MacDonald has put over his 2nd point of this game. We have played 4 minutes of stoppage time. It's all over. Mayo have beaten Dublin in the All-Ireland football semi-final. Paul Caffrey's team are out in as dramatic an All-Ireland semi-final as I think we have witnessed at Croke Park. But Mortimer and Cluxton, college mates at DCU, they leave together arm in arm. It is Mayo who have prevailed. Mayo who travelled to the All-Ireland football final. Dublin absolutely crestfallen.
2 years previously, Kerry had given Mayo a thorough beating in the All-Ireland final. There was a consensus that this time would be different. After winning a fascinating and historic semi-final, Mayo had momentum and a considerably changed team. Kerry had recovered well from a bad start, but weren't projecting the same aura of invincibility they had carried in 2004. Both sides made one change for the final. Kerry recalled captain Declan O'Sullivan in place of Owen Brosnan, whereas Mayo started the veteran Kevin O'Neill, who did so much to turn around the semi-final against Dublin, in place of Michael Conroy. For Kerry, this is the chance to bury the difficulties of early summer, and for Mayo, the opportunity to shut the door on 55 years of heartache.
Brian Crowe was in charge of the quarter-final last year. He's in charge now of the All-Ireland final itself. And straight away it is Tommy Griffin laying it off to Mark O'Shea, picking out Paul Galvin here now. Tomas O'Shea letting it rip. First early ball in there, David Heaney guarding it well. Played out here as far as Keith Higgins had a very tough semi-final. This is out as far as Aidan Higgins. Measured build-up as per usual by Mayo. Once again David Heaney, the captain, hoping to bring Sam back over the Shannon. Aidan Higgins. Here's Ronan McGarity. All Mayo, all their passes, and it breaks down there with one little slack pass. Galvin intercepting. Mike Frank Russell letting fly, and Mike Frank Russell putting it over the bar. First attack by Kerry after all the huffing and the puffing to get it out of defence by Mayo, and Kerry show just how lethal they can be. And Mike Frank Russell with 13 points now for the championship campaign so far this year. 45 metres out from the Kerry goal. MacDonald can be such an influence, as usual, giving a very liberal role in the side. In for Conor Mortimer, trying to hold off the challenge. It's an unfair challenge, a jersey pull, and that's going to be a free in, and the man who's indicted is Tom O'Sullivan. It's taken very quickly. Saved by the goalkeeper, Dermot Murphy. Well, shades there of the kind of start that Mayo made 2 years ago in the final.
Very clever play, it must be said, by Mortimer. The ball just a little bit overcooked. O'Neill most unlucky, but a great save by Dermot Murphy.
This is it again here. Kevin O'Neill from the Na Fianna Club. Hart jumping, and that's once again taken brilliantly, but it's not by Darragh O'Shea this time, but by his partner, Tommy Griffin. Sean O'Sullivan. Moynihan. The angle ball across. They do that time and again. Cooper, the layoff here for Declan O'Sullivan. Dished off inside to Donaghy. Back. Goal! Mayo ripped apart. Declan O'Sullivan, the team captain, justifying his recall to the side. A goal in the 7th minute. And Declan O'Sullivan combining with Donaghy. But watch Donaghy's role in this. It was central. It was all set up initially after the movement by Seamus Moynihan. Donaghy, a little feedback there to the man coming through from the centre, and that's a 4th championship goal for the man from Drummond Pierces. Billy Joe Padden played inside to Hart. Griffin playing dragging him, fouling him, free kick.
Yeah, the problem for Mayo is coming in their half-back line at the moment. The three half-backs are very, very loose. Paddy Gardner is loose and O'Sullivan. On the other wing, Aidan Higgins isn't getting close at all to Paul Galvin. And again, at centre-half also, James Nallen is struggling.
This is lobbed in here once again, taken down with difficulty by Mark O'Shea, but he did enough on it to play it to the other corner back, Tom O'Sullivan. They are so resourceful, these Kerry backs, that any one of them is quite comfortable at right half, full back, wherever you want to have to play. Darragh O'Shea kicking the free quickly. Again, it's Tommy Griffin. There were suggestions in the build-up that he might be the one to be in danger of losing his place. He started really well. Inside for Kieran Donaghy. What a beginning for him! What a shot! This could be a rout! Eight minutes are gone. And Kerry have got a second goal, and Donaghy has got a second for the campaign. Is there any way to stop him? Using his physique, using his hands so well, but showing that he's got subtlety in front of goal as well. Tigerishly taking it in, nothing Heaney can do, and a rasping shot past David Clark, who's beaten for the second time. Mayo need a score, big time. Out as far as MacDonald, their spiritual leader. On it goes to Keith Higgins, who's captained the under-21s to victory already. That was back in May. Here in September, the kick is high. It's very wayward, and it's one that Higgins and the rest of Mayo really badly needed.
Very much, Jared. They needed a score there to settle him. Again, a great attack that time. Just watch again the goal coming. Again, Donaghy feels it in front of David Heaney, shakes him off, and again, fantastic finish. It's a real case of Gulliver in the land, and the Lily puts at the moment the way that ball is going in.
Do you think David Heaney is going to be able to stay with Kieran Donaghy?
It's going to be very, very difficult for him because the pressure isn't coming on out the field at all. They're having a free rein at delivering ball with quality into Kieran Donaghy.
Well, if that supply line continues, it's going to get worse. Tomas O'Shea breaks here nicely, picked up by Declan O'Sullivan, playing it back here to the Gooch once again. Cross here to Sean O'Sullivan. They're having a field day. It's target practice, and O'Sullivan from Crumane kicks his first. Man was in Australia last year, but he's come back to make a very, very important contribution. And there's a change immediately. James Nallen, who I noticed was injured, is replaced by David Brady. Dermot Geraghty holding off the challenge there of Aidan O'Mahony. MacDonald again playing very, very deep. That's a good ball. Billy Joe Padden. Mayo needing a score or two. Padden takes the extra yard out of it. Why didn't he kick it? I'm sure everybody is saying.
Yeah, and there was a great run that time from Ger Brady. If Padden had seen him, he was right up in support with a score on his mind.
Tommy Griffin riding the challenges, breaking the challenges. Nicely ahead by O'Mahony this time. Mike Frank Russell. Again, alarming gaps. Aidan O'Mahony cutting inside. Another one. This could be even worse than 2004 unless Mayo can do something very, very quickly. Galvin once again. Beautiful ball ahead to Sean O'Sullivan. Nobody's marking him. Ridiculous amounts of space are being given to the Kerry players. Playing it in towards Donaghy. There's what looked like a push on the part of David Brady, but the referee, maybe he sees the scoreline and he says, come on, play on. Billy Joe Padden. Ball coming back to Kieran MacDonald. The absence of a free kick just moments ago there for that tussle between Donaghy and Brady still has the crowd buzzing. Alan Dillon here. Hand passed inside to Mortimer. Mayo really need his predatory skills. Unable to cut inside. Kerry hounding him, forcing him back. Billy Joe Padden. Little chip ahead to MacDonald, breaking it this time. In comes Aidan Higgins, dishing it off here to O'Neill. Goal! Kevin O'Neill! 16 minutes are gone. Hold the obituary, it's not over yet. Kevin O'Neill with a very intervention here. His third goal in the championship. Aidan Higgins was magnificent in his part in all of that. It might have been a free at the other end. It's a goal from Mayo down the other, and now we might have a bit of a match. There's still more to come. Paul Galvin. Oh, O'Sullivan has options inside. The Gooch is waiting. So too Donaghy, back once again to Galvin under pressure, and he kicks it over the bar. They had so many options that time. Paul Galvin was involved in the build-up. Declan O'Sullivan there as well. Galvin the finisher. This time it bounces off the legs of McGarity. Just bad luck that time, and again seized on by Kerry. Straight to Mike Frank Russell from Tomás Ó Sé. Inside towards Donaghy. This time gets the measure of Brady and a little chip, and it's over the bar. Goal and a point now for Kieran Donaghy from 2 shots at the target. Here's David Heaney. Happier out around centre-half back. Again, the pass is a wretched one. Michael McCarthy scooping it away to Seamus Moynihan. They're absolutely having a field day. Mike Frank Russell. Now O'Mahony. Dara O'Shea. And holding it up here, Mike Frank Russell. Tommy Griffin. Big lob in, missed by everybody, not by the Gooch. Little dummy, and it's off the post. Mercifully from that point of view, from a Mayo point of view, the first time, or the second time, he is absolutely lethal. Ruthless finishing by Colm Cooper. The Gooch gets his first score. It's 3-6 to a goal. There are 26 minutes gone. Is there any way back whatsoever for Mayo?
Just watch that again. Again, a very good save by David Clark. But again, Keith Higgins very easily rounded by Gooch. Keeps his head, sees the gap at the near post, drills it low into the net.
That comes back to Billy Joe Padden. It might be Mayo's second score. It is. 10 minutes between scores. Billy Joe Padden's first. Back in once again to Galvin. Players waiting inside. Moynihan fancying his chances. I think they're all fancying their chances. Seamus Moynihan. On the day he is playing his 61st championship match. Scores only his 5th point ever in championship football. Here's Keith Higgins. MacDonald. There's the push, surely. Oh, seems so from here. There's an advantage anyway, and there's another goal chance, and it's rolled in. Pat Hart gives Mayo another little bit of hope. His first ever goal in championship football. It comes in the 34th minute. It might have been Kevin O'Neill's. There was a definite push in the build-up, but the referee allowed it continue, and O'Neill fed Hart, who finished splendidly. 3-7 to 2-2. For the record, there are 8 points between them in points. It's 16 to 8.
Yeah, again, credit Kevin O'Neill once again on that. His calmness when he received the ball from Hart that time. He didn't try the impossible. Fed Hart, easy goal.
2 minutes of stoppage time will be added on. And Billy Joe Padden. Have Mayo left it too late? They will think not. MacDonald, if he can kick another one. Will it curl off the post? Here's another goal! What an amazing match! Kevin O'Neill! In the 35th minute, the lead is down to 5 points. What an amazing All-Ireland football final. It's 3-7, 3-2, absolutely crazy. Somehow the ball came down off the post from MacDonald's shot, and credit Kevin O'Neill, the ace predator, on hand. 5 points the margin when Kerry should be out of sight.
Wonderful Kevin O'Neill, absolutely wonderful again. Right place, right time. Credit Mayo's Heart, never say die attitude. Should be out the gate at this stage, but there's making a fight of it. Great stuff.
A 6-goal All-Ireland final, and we haven't even reached half-time. Crazy stuff. Galvin Declan O'Sullivan trying to bring a little bit of order, restore their sense of superiority, and Declan O'Sullivan kicks it over to match the goal he got after 7 minutes. 6 points the difference. It was 12 at its worst. So now, in this amazing game, what's going to happen next? Owen Brosnan straight into the fray. What a run by Brosnan. Pat Hart tracking him off the post. Comes down to Keith Higgins, however. They're 6 points down in this kind of a game where there are so many goals. You never know. It's possible.
Yeah, they're beginning to get a toe hold all right, but again, they need a lot more movement up front. Conor Mortimer is finding it difficult to get away from his man.
Looking to get his first score, like Alan Dillon, like Ger Brady. Angling it in, Diarmuid Murphy drops it down, but again there's a support player, Mike McCarthy. Mark O'Shea. This is normally the time in the game when Kerry really put on the extra gear and become even more dominant, more assertive. The opening 10-15 minutes of the second half. Sean O'Sullivan. Beautiful ball down along the line. Mike Frank Russell making a good run. Donaghy here in support. The other member of the full forward line coming in here, Colm Cooper. The angled shot brilliantly dispatched over the bar, and that's a goal and a point now for Colm Cooper. The point matching the goal he got after 26 minutes. David Heaney, again bundled out of it by Paul Galvin. This is what he does so well, hardly noticed on occasions. He'll pick the ball out of another player's hands, moving almost away from goal as he does it. Declan O'Sullivan controlling it again. Leisurely stroke down into the corner here. Colm Cooper taking on Keith Higgins. Cooper going this way and that. Still holding it. Keith Higgins still sticking to his task. The object of the exercise making sure they don't give a goal away, and the elbow was raised that time by Aidan Higgins, and it all builds up and gets a little bit nasty. Donaghy getting involved as well, and the referee coming in to calm down proceedings. It's something now which the umpires may have had a good view of. Watch on the right hand side, and you can see Donaghy coming in there on David Brady.
Yeah, again, Aidan Higgins got Gooch quite heavily that time. But again, Donaghy comes in that time, throws a punch on Brady. Down Brady goes. Higgins retaliates. Again, Donaghy could be in trouble here.
It got very, very physical indeed. As you watch the pictures, we're keeping an eye on the referee just to see what he's planning to do. David Brady had moved away, but now he's going to see the card. It's yellow. So one per team. Might be time for change pretty soon for Mayo. Pat Hart. Kieran MacDonald. Holding it up, waiting for the challenges to come. And they come eventually. O'Mahony in there challenging, and they win the ball back. It's turned over. Donaghy here, challenged by David Brady. Again, Owen Brosnan holding on to it, looking for a shot, getting a wonderful point. A position where Mayo had the ball. The ball was lost, turned over, and finished with some style by Owen Brosnan, the second half substitute. That from a fair old distance out.
Taken off Kevin O'Neill in all of this, so I'd say it's going to be a change of tactics. Mayo are going to start putting high ball into Barry Moran, who's 6'5", again quite capable of playing a full forward. They'll probably try and bring Kevin O'Neill in then very late in the game. Barry
Moran's a very young player. Patter Gardner on towards Kieran MacDonald, letting fly, and it zips to the left this time, and he's had an awful time in the second half. 3 misses from 3 shots, 2 of them from frees. Inside to Patter Gardner. Oh, going the wrong way. And then 2 Mayo players combined to lose it between them. Trevor Mortimer and Ger Brady, complete mix-up. And Kerry gratefully get the ball out to Galvin once again.
Sums up the day in many ways. So much confusion when they attack. Again, they brought a big man in full forward, Barry Moran. They haven't once tried to hit him with a high ball. That time players getting in their own way just mess up a potentially promising attack.
Promising indeed. It's 16 minutes of the second half, and Mayo haven't scored in the half so far. Gooch is once again a bother for Keith Higgins. Getting it on to his left to right. He's dynamic. Colm Cooper has got a goal and 2 points, and the fans are absolutely deliriously happy. Mark O'Shea. And Trevor Mortimer trying to close him down. Here's Aidan O'Mahony. He stuck to his task. His task was to limit the effectiveness of Kieran MacDonald. He has done that, and he's come up to kick what is his second point. He's marking MacDonald. He's gone up to kick 2 points. MacDonald himself has kicked only 1 from a free. 2 from 3 is Aidan O'Mahony's record this afternoon. 3 shots at the target. This the third. Trevor Mortimer. Ger Brady now. Kicking under pressure. That's the kind of pressure that Kerry have been exerting, but that time he was pushing. And Ger Brady fouled. Free kick on the 13-metre line. And some of the Mayo fans have long journeys to go to places like Crossmolina and Ballintubber and all the other places west of the Shannon. Not their day. This to put 9 between them. Conor Mortimer has got a second pointed free. .313 to 3-4. Somebody asked me last night, why are Kerry so good at Gaelic football? It's an absolute religion there.
Well, it's a religion, Ger, but to be fair to them, they're practicers. They're active practitioners of the religion. Again, it's religion in Mayo also, but unfortunately the effort certainly wasn't up to what Kerry had today.
Well, Kerry seemed to have the greater number of believers as O'Sullivan chips it brilliantly over the bar. Smashing score. Goal and 2 for Declan O'Sullivan, the captain. Kilcoyne. Lovely intervention again. Brosnan. The 15 who started, the 5 who've come on, playing wonderful football. And that is Donaghy, and that is sublime. He punches the air. The fans do likewise. A goal and 2 for Kieran Donaghy. So, as Kerry win it back once again, about to win their 34th All-Ireland title. The Kingdom, very much the kings of Gaelic football. And now it really is turning on the style time once more. Toying with Mayo. Dermot Geraghty, to his credit, battling manfully with Brosnan, who's in on goal, and the goalkeeper stops initially, but not the second time. And Owen Brosnan has just kicked his 13th goal in Championship football in the 72nd minute. Big smile on the face of the Killarney solicitor, and this is an absolute destruction job on the part of Kerry over hapless Mayo. So still about 30 seconds to go, and still it is Kerry, and still they go forward. Galvin waiting for it. The referee, I think, will blow the whistle in the agony for the Connacht champions, because the Kingdom, Kerry, are All-Ireland football champions 2006. They have destroyed Mayo. An outstanding performance by Jack O'Connor's team. They came in as favourites. They were prepared to take that responsibility on their shoulders. They opened up huge gaps at the back from an early stage, and Kieran MacDonald once again plays in a final and loses to Kerry. It's tough for him. Mayo only 3 points in the second half, all from frees. The final score, Kerry 4 goals and 15 points, Mayo 3 goals and 5. It's a familiar picture for the 3rd time this decade. Kerry are champions. The Gooch and Declan O'Sullivan lifting Sam Maguire. It's going to Kerry in 2006.
These bunch of players have put in a fantastic effort over the last number of years. And particularly this year, it's been a long, hard road getting here. But we've stuck together through good times and bad. And here we stand today, All-Ireland champions for the 34th time.
The end of a roller coaster season. In years to come, will we look back on 2006 as the championship where football rediscovered its traditions? Kieran Donaghy's mastery under the high ball completely revitalised Kerry's season and has opened up the enticing prospect of a major clash of styles when the champions next meet a full-strength Tyrone. Football fashions may come and go, but the enduring appeal of the game is unaffected. Again, bumper crowds watched the country's most popular sport and experienced the ebb and flow of the latest chapter in a storied history. Already, we look forward to Sam 07.